Tuesday. Yeah, they don't. Wasn't trying to go in the finals, bro. I'm not competing with that, bro. Plus, I gotta watch it so I can know what I'm talking about.
I am so happy. I'm so happy that there's finally no game on Thursday, because we've been doing Fluent and Chill, and it's turned into watch parties because there's a game every Thursday. It was driving me. Mm-hmm. Game 7, if it goes, hopefully it doesn't go that far, is on a Thursday. I'm like, we can't.
Yeah, not a game 7. You should replace it. Probably do a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Do it a Tuesday. Oh, wait,
we were thinking of going Tuesdays and Thursdays, actually.
Man. How you guys feeling today, bro?
Tired, bro.
I feel great.
Bro, you're young, full of energy, man.
Yeah, I feel good.
I feel great, man. I don't drink soda. So.
Although I will say this. You guys don't know. There's a bunch of forest fires all over in a bunch of parts of Canada.
Yes, it's coming to Jersey right now. We're getting some
one in Quebec, and the smoke hit us today. Like, the kids weren't even allowed out for recess at school for very long. And it's like the smell didn't bother me because it kind of felt like, we're having a camp, this is like, barbecue or something. But like, I was out for a while and my eyes are other than that, the burning eyes, that caught me off guard. So I'm like, so if you see me squinting, that's why.
Yeah, y'all fires came all the way to Jersey, bro. I woke up this morning and it was like mad foggy, and I'm like, what the hell are we doing out here? It was so weird, man.
I left Cali for a reason. Now I'm getting it up here.
Ridiculous.
Next thing you know, we're gonna get earthquakes.
Don't do that.
Canada that close to Jersey?
You said what?
Canada that close to Jersey?
It's not. It's close enough to drive. Yeah, I could drive. Yeah.
Was that like 400 miles?
400.
Okay, here's the thing. Probably. Air miles don't like to drive. It'll take long because you got to go around Lake Ontario. But if you go air miles, like the wind from Quebec blowing smoke will hit, like Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey. It'll hit it. It can hit it.
Nah, for sure.
That's
but
crazy, man.
We're gonna get into our first topic of the day, man.
Two Browns.
What?
I said we teach you geography up in here too. Sorry, go ahead.
two Browns players robbed at gunpoint. NFL investigating Colts cornerback Isaiah Rodgers for betting. Oh.
Yeah, those are two different topics. I thought
two different topics. Yeah, G-Baby, would you like to introduce it? Because my bad.
Okay, so for the first topic, I thought I separated it, but that's on me. So first topic, it was reported today, I believe, that two Browns players were robbed at gunpoint. I do not remember if they stated.
Do we have the details?
It's Greg Newsome and somebody
where?
else. Yeah, Greg Newsome and the Perry and Winfrey. It was after they left the Cleveland nightclub, like early in the morning.
Nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
Yeah, so from what I'm reading here, it says they got into Newsome's truck in a parking lot. Six masked men jumped out of an unknown car and robbed them at gunpoint.
So they were set up.
They were set up. Yep.
They were set up.
Yeah, they were set
Someone
up.
knew they were there, called in the right. Like you don't. Yeah.
See, man, this is my whole thing, man. Like once you've made it, bro, you can't move the same, bro. You gotta move different, man. Like, nah, I don't know that club. I gotta do research, man. But you can't be going to no regular club that regular people have access to, bro. You just can't. You got
security.
Well, and if you do, you got security. You go in the back door, you hit your VIP, and then and then you sneak out the back door right into your car.
You got a driver waiting for you, from where your car is and where the club is. There should be it should be a very short distance, man.
That's why you stay inside.
No, you could go outside, enjoy your life.
You can go.
But you need to be
you need to unwind and do your thing. But
bro, you could enjoy life, but not 2 a.m, 1 a.m, bro. Like this plenty
I mean, shout out.
I beg to differ.
Look, everybody got their life.
Doing?
But in the
what
words,
you doing? You listen. If you rich, you can't parking lot pimp, bro. You
heard what Gilbert Arenas said. Gilbert Arenas said if you got money and you in the club after 2 o'clock, you leave. He said you get in the club, you need to be out of there by 11:30.
Hey, so in the words of my wonderful,
are they Browns players in Cleveland?
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, so that's the other thing. If you're a Browns player, go somewhere because I promise you, go somewhere where people don't know you, and then you can party till 2, 3 in the morning. Like I'm not saying this because I live here, but I know this because I've spoken to a bunch of NFL, NBA players, and they're all telling me the same thing. We love coming to Toronto because even if they do know you, people leave you alone. I'm telling you, they leave you alone. You can go party in the clubs, do your thing.
You,
what?
I said the fire will get you. People will leave you
alone. Now there's no fires in Toronto. No, but I'm telling you, there's other cities you can go to where people don't know. Like people don't know Newsom. Who was it? You said Newsom was one.
They don't know Newsom.
Defensive tackle.
They don't know him in Washington. Go to Washington. Like there's other places. Like,
hey, look, I'm gonna just say this in the words of my wonderful grandfather, R.I.P. Ain't nothing but the devil past 12 outside. If you out there past 12, ain't nothing but the devil. So,
and that's why we gotta show them the Lord, man. Let's go.
Hey.
We outside, baby. We outside.
He's not the only. So he's not the only one that got hit either. Apparently, Demetric Felton, he got his vehicle stolen out of his garage like earlier.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was.
But see,
that was
the problem. The problem with your 11:30 and your midnight is. At least I remember the club don't start until 12 or 1 anyways. Like,
exactly.
Let me tell you, in Greece, you don't go out till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
Hey, well, maybe that's why he said it, man. That's why I just stay inside. Hey, I just stay inside, play MLB the show, and call it a day.
At the end of the day, you just have to move smart as somebody who has money, because the reality is the jump out boys is out here and they are more brazen than they have ever been. And they don't care. Like, the reality is the dudes that are outside doing this kind of activities, you're very lucky you did not end up dead. Like, they've gotten to that point where they really don't care whether it screws up the lick or screws up the money or not. Like, you just have to be extra careful. Like Dub said, y'all have the money to go places. Maybe not Perry and Winfrey because he's like a young kid and he's just coming in. But even if you're not gonna, we're going to Miami for the weekend, or we going to LA, or we going to Atlanta. Like, again, go to places where you're not going to be an immediate lick, where people walk into the room and see,
right?
Oh, that's 2 Browns players. Oh, we got one. Let's go.
Yeah. Yep.
You just have
like let's be honest. Let's be honest. In how many cities are they going to recognize Browns players? Like, no disrespect. Like, unless
they won't recognize a lot of football players in general because the health.
That's my point. Other than in your city, you'll get it more, right? But in any other city,
the only place or the only way they're going to get noticed more if they go to a city they're not playing in is if you just go out there and you wilding. You just
you purposely trying to get noticed. Yeah.
If you got everything just on your neck that's your net worth, then they're gonna get you regardless. But even if you out here looking like that and you look like a lick, there's a way to move. You can look like a walking lick and still go home. Like,
so the thing is where we need to start teaching these young kids, not young kids, but people my age and everything, right? Especially coming up with money is, I think as a whole, I think people are just getting stupider and stupider. And just not
serious. More stupid. Stupider is not a word.
Yeah, you're right. More stupid. The irony, right?
Just proved this point.
I just think that people are just getting more stupid by, just analyzing things like that and understanding that, I play in Cleveland. I got money on me. People don't know where I'm at. Maybe I shouldn't have put myself in a scenario like this. Let me go to Washington. Let me go to even Vegas. You feel me? You could go to other spot. I got the money to do that. But instead, you just do things like this. There's plenty of guys, even I see now, bro, where Trace said it. Like, there are people who look like they got some nice stuff on them, and then, sadly, bro, they get robbed, and the majority of the times, they getting shot, bro, in their cars. If they getting shot at 5 o'clock in the morning, that happened in Philly last year, and it's something that keeps happening over and over again, and it's getting worse and worse out there. So the people who have money, the people who have things on them, you need to be mindful of how you're moving. You need to be mindful of what you're saying, and you just gotta be mindful of where you're at, bro. And you just can't be doing this like you used to anymore, bro. I'm sorry.
They should. I've always said, in college they need to teach maybe more than athletes, but every athlete, money management needs to be like financial management course needs to be a mandatory course that you must take. and maybe we need to start a course like how to roll to the club.
So hold on.
No, I agree. Actually, I don't think that's bad to do because they should be taught that.
Quick question. So, at what point in time did they actually get robbed? After they left the club on their way to?
Yeah, so it was after they left the club. They got in the car, and then they got like people pulled out of like a random car.
Okay, so it was fully orchestrated. It was fully planned.
So, when six, he said 6 masked men jump out of a truck. Those guys weren't just chilling in there waiting for someone.
They were waiting for you.
Someone called them and said. Someone called them and said, "Hey, these 2 Browns players just rolled up. They're driving this kind of car. This is their license plate. This is where it's parked. Yep. Come roll up. I'll message you when they're coming out the club, so you guys could be ready." They got the text message. Not that I've ever done this before, but trust me. There are steps to make it super easy.
Yeah.
I wasn't always an upstanding young citizen. What can I tell you?
Fluent just watch Power. That's how you got it.
I was about to say.
Watch Power. I didn't even watch. I should have watched Power. I didn't watch Power.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched a single episode of Power.
Mrs. Fluent watched every episode of Power, so occasionally I'd watch a couple in there. But yeah.
Let me find out Ghost is Fluent and Fluent is Ghost.
That'd be damn funny.
But does anybody else have anything they want to say regarding the Browns players before we move on?
I'm just glad. I'm just happy they're not hurt. It could have been worse. At the end of the day, whatever they lost, they could replace, man. So
Also, I'm gonna just be very blunt about this. Y'all are rich. Y'all know the whole purpose of y'all going outside for the most part is for y'all to bring something home with you. That's usually why y'all going outside. Y'all ain't even gotta do all that no more.
Just order it.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just put it like that. That's a whole different conversation for another DoorDash. It's really not that hard.
DoorDash is hilarious.
I mean, for them,
would that be called HoreDash?
Right there. I'm just
maybe delivered.
Hey, I was about to say, I DoorDash on the regular, so I deliver.
Wait, what?
Hey,
pause.
Yo.
What you mean?
Pause on that.
Hey, yo. What you mean? That's not a pause.
That's wild, bro.
Hey, yo. You said
understand
you
the context. Understand the context.
The context of that was crazy.
I thought, whatever.
I would say this. Yo, stop flashing. Like, I don't know if they did this, but just in general, because I know some other people lost their life this way. Stop flashing your stuff, bro. Stop flashing your jewelry. Stop acting like you got it on you because you ain't doing nothing but a target on your back. That's just gonna put you in a bad spot.
That's so easy to say. It's so easy to say. But when you're
y'all give me $100 bills.
Yeah, when you're 21 and you got like $10 million in your bank, it's
I don't care. I don't care if it's hard.
You would do it.
I don't care if it's
y'all would be wilding out if you had $100 million in the bank.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. When I first moved to California, my next door neighbor was leaving to go to Europe for like 2 months and said, "Yo, can you take my car out once a week? It needs to get like driven around." It was a Bentley Continental, the convertible. Don't think I wasn't driving around like that was my car and
that's a different story.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is you just
from going in the club, like jewelry. I'm not a jewelry guy, so like for me, it's like I'm not gonna be doing that dumb shit because if you're going out in the club, that's just gonna put yourself in a scenario. All it is just maturity, in my opinion. So I understand if you say it's hard. Okay, sure, it's hard. It's still a wrong thing to do, and you shouldn't be doing that. And
agreed, it's wrong, but it's temptations of mother.
Man, be tempted with stocks. Be tempted with cars. I'm fine with you being tempted with cars than freaking jewelry and going out. You could go out and
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But Dub, you know in the history of mankind, the one weakness that men have had though, it ain't stocks. It's never been stocks.
I know.
Yeah.
And for this one right here, for this guy right here,
say about going with the.
Hold on, my bad. No, don't say that.
with 100,000.
And they call me on. That's what the woman, bro. I could guarantee you, bro. You do not need jewelry to be pulling girls in clubs.
Oh
I
yeah,
promise
it's easy.
you.
It's easy.
I promise you, man.
Especially when
You
especially
need a Continental GT convertible.
Nah, just hey,
honestly,
You don't even need jewelry. You get a VIP
Just
section,
dime
you're
shots. Nah.
straight.
bro, Dub,
Hey,
Dub,
nah,
all you
just
gotta
dime
do is
shots.
pull out your phone, Google your name, and show it to them. That's it. You
Nah,
you may not
DoorDash.
know I'm famous. I'm
All you need is DoorDash.
or DoorDash. That's it.
DoorDash.
Right
DoorDash
to the
is
front of your
crazy.
door, man.
I'm not saying nothing
man.
this time. But some more positive news. Damar
Yeah.
Hamlin, and I forgot to add this part, but Damar Hamlin was participating in the Bills team drills today. He's actually practicing. I don't know if he was doing anything like OD crazy, but he was practicing. I know we had a discussion about Damar Hamlin a couple months ago regarding whether or not he should actually come back to the field and play, or like if he wants to, whether it's the right thing. So I just kind of want to get your thoughts on that as well regarding Damar Hamlin actually participating in OTAs.
Man,
I
think I changed my mind.
Pick it off. I
Yeah,
think,
go ahead, OJ.
as far as I know, and you guys keep me honest here, what happened was an absolute freak accident. I don't think it was something that was based on a chronic condition that he had prior. That being said, I mean, again, I'd have to look at the medical aspect of it, but it seems like he's good to go. I mean, I don't. And also, my assumption is that, that whatever happened to him doesn't have any sort of long-term career that could impede his health. If all those things are true, those assumptions are true, then go for it. So, but obviously his health is the most important. If those assumptions are not true, then maybe consider stepping away.
I changed my mind. The last time we talked about this, I was like huge on he should never play again. He's so like he cheated death and blah 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 blah. And I really believed that at the time. And as time has gone on and I've thought about it some more, you're muted, Trent. As I've thought about it some more, I'm like, you know what? If he's cleared to play, if he has a desire to play, he really wants to play. You know, again, we don't know. It's a freak accident. We don't know the long-term effects, whatever. But if they say he's good, the doctors all say he's good, and that's all he wants to do with his life, and he knows the risks. Who am I to tell a grown-ass man not to follow his passion, not to follow his dreams? So as much as I'm like, for safety, like if it was my son, I'd say, hey, I'd rather you didn't. Man, if that's what you don't want to do, go do it, man. Go do it. Follow your heart.
Did they ever say, like, what caused it though the first time? Was it just like the hit?
It was timing. It was the timing of
Just
his heartbeat
yeah.
was in perfect sort of synchrony with the hit. It was just like boom, and that disrupted the rhythm of his heart. That's it.
Yeah, it was like a 1 in a million shot.
Freak. It was like accident type thing.
I wish me and Bam were here, bro. We was arguing that for like an hour 30.
And I believed it, and I wish Bam was here too, because I tell him the same thing. Like that's why I say when it's okay to do this. Like people are always scared to do this. If you find new information, if the way you think changes, it's okay to change your mind. And I'm admitting it. Like when I said it at the time, I strongly believed it. And just as time has gone on, I'm just like, you know what? Who am I to tell them what to do? So yeah, I
think
with the nearness of it too, fluent. It's
yeah. It was also it was new.
Yeah, and I think if I remember correctly, because I don't remember everything I said, but I think I was more so on the side of like I felt like when you should care about you should really think about your family and like the people around you, because at the end of the day, like football ain't gonna last you forever anyways. It's like when you come that close to like the experience he did, like, and how it just affected not only him but his family and all that, like I think my argument at the time was like, you just really got to think about like everybody, because I don't know if he had kids or a wife or nothing like that.
Yeah, I think he has. I think he has a kid.
And it's like, yo, like even though yes, it was a 1 in a million, like I don't think people can, like, let's just say you do get struck by lightning. I don't think that's gonna happen to you again. But if you're gonna be put,
you don't stop going outside.
Yeah, you don't stop going outside. Hahowever, it's just kind of like, because of this sport, like it's already dangerous as it is. You're already taking the risk. I think with that being that did happen to you, I believe at the time I was like, I'll go down a little bit. That's not the first thing I'm thinking about.
No, I hear what you're saying. And again, I hear what you're saying because I was on that side, and OJ brought up a good point that I didn't even think of. It's because it was also fresh. Like we just saw a man die on the field and have to be revived. But he's got to do what's best for him. And for him, maybe football, like we say, basketball is life, football is life. Maybe for him it is. And not to play would like kill him anyways. So to be dead inside and just be walking around regretful that you didn't go back, it could be worse. Like, it could be worse for your wife, could be worse for your kids, because I'll tell you, when I got hurt and was told I could never play again, you didn't want to be around me for like 5 years. I was an asshole. Like, you didn't want to be around me. So that's the other part that I started thinking about. Like, maybe that's what it is, dude. Like, he knows that about himself. So don't even say it, OJ. OJ's laughing like, you still an asshole to be around. I was worse.
Nothing gets past you, man. I've now realized that.
In terms of what you were saying, Fluent, that's kind of where I'm at with the Damar Hamlin situation. I personally, if I was him in that situation, I probably would never play football again. But the reality is, one, the risk calculus on playing football in general, you losing anyway. Even if you become the greatest safety of all time and you've made $200 million in your career and you've won multiple championships, at the end of the day, your career is going to be over. Your knee is not going to work right. Your foot going to be messed up for the rest of your life. And every day you wake up, your lower back is just going to be tight. Like that. And that's the mild stuff. So, like, the risk calculus, you taking the L anyway. This is not a game that is meant for us to be played. We play it because we like violence, and that's just the end of the story. But to your point about him going back on the field, like, a lot of people do not understand that, like, these dudes have put their entire lives on the line for a finite moment. That is what they have built their entire existence around. So with that being said, we can sit there and tell them, hey, this is crazy. You shouldn't do it. If I'm 24 and I've spent 18 of my years like living, trying to get to this point, if I died on the field and I came back, guess what I'm finna do? I'm going right back.
That second life on the field. Bama, let me be the first one to welcome you to the show and tell you, sir, you were right. You were right. You were right.
What?
You were right.
I was right. I know. Normally I'm right. I'll probably say, I'm
you don't even know what we talking about.
I'm probably right. I give myself like 57% of the time. You feel me? So what was I right about this time?
Those are humble numbers, man.
Number.
Damar Hamlin.
He bumped up to 62 with this.
Yeah.
My whole thing is, and the main thing with Damar Hamlin is, I don't think having such a dramatic experience like that, he will ever be the same as a football player. So in my mind frame, I'm like, I get it. He wants to be out there. But at the same time, I really don't believe he will ever be the same after that. I think something like that so dramatic is life-changing, can make you second guess yourself, or it could be in the back of your mind in my mind frame. So that's the main reason where I'm like, you know what? Don't even go out there, bro, because you probably ain't even going to be the best version of yourself anyway. So,
or maybe he's better.
False. Yeah.
No.
So look, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know how crazy football players really
came back tougher.
Duh. I'm just gonna let you know. Cats that's really locked in playing college sports, junior college, D3, D1, D4, D5. You know, all them boys think they got a chance to go to the NFL with all the odds stacked against. You could tell them, oh, it's only 1,680 people that make it to the league, right? They only draft 255 every year. You know, them same boys out of all them schools still think they got a chance to go to the league. So with that being said, bro, the mentality of a football player is not that oh, bro, this what's happened. So now I'm second guess. Like, nah, bro, it's really, bro, this is my only plan 8. And Damar Hamlin was one of those kids that actually beat the numbers and made it. So now all of a sudden you saying, oh, bro, you should just fall back. Hell no. He like, bro, this is a chance of a lifetime that I normally wouldn't get. He probably know people that was on his team way better than him, and he there. They always, oh, Damar, you there, bro? You finna go out there. It ain't finna be like nothing happened. I saw people tear ACLs. I saw people blow Achilles. I saw people break their arms. I had a quarterback. He played with a broke leg, bro. Them boys really be crazy out there, bro. You not finna. Them dudes, it's a different mentality of football players, bro. I see it from every sport. Like football players and boys, like low key psycho, bro. Like so,
ain't no low key.
Yeah,
and Bama, not only that too, like you have to think he probably has a whole family that he's supporting, man, and he has that pressure as well. So yeah.
The football, hockey, there's certain sports that you got to be a little bit messed up to like fully go out there and make
football
the NFL.
Football players are a little bit messed up.
Especially defenders, bro.
They're
like
messed
to be
up.
a linebacker and work a hit. See, this is the thing. Most people, they've never played football. When you tackle someone, it hurts, bro.
It hurts.
Like you got to be
There's a reason
to be an inside linebacker, bro. It ain't like to want the contact. Yeah, bro.
There's a reason it's called, like, people will describe it as it's a car crash on every play. Just think about that. That's an actual thing. Like that to do that every day for a living.
Like
you gotta have a certain mindset.
I want to try to block DNs for a living.
I'm about to say, look, the risk like I said earlier, the risk calculus on playing football, if you think about it for more than 5 seconds and don't think about all the glitz and glamour and all the fun stuff that we love about it, this is not something humans should be playing at all. There is no positive outcome at the end of it. You are going to come out of this. Your body is going to be somehow changed negatively for the rest of your life. And 95% of the dudes that are playing in the league right now, if you ask them, okay, I'm gonna give you 3 years, you don't get to be an NFL legend, but you get to say, I played 3 years in the league. 95% of them gonna say, cool, I don't care what injury I got to deal with on the back end. Go ahead, give me that. I need that. Thank you.
I love Trent's face when he said blocking tight ends. That's why I fought with my coach. I'm going to be a wide receiver. I am no longer a tight end. And then I said, I'm playing basketball.
What you got for us, G baby?
All right, so Dub kind of alluded to it earlier, but I put this in the doc because I wanted us to talk about the betting that's going on. So Isaiah from the Colts, he's being investigated for gambling. We've seen Calvin Ridley get suspended for it. I believe there might have been like an NBA player that got suspended for it too. It's just, especially with how much they promote, betting and like DraftKings and all that stuff like that. Fantasy. I just kind of wanted to get y'all's perspective on whether or not they should still be punishing the NFL players who do it, or if they should put some limitations on it, like you just can't bet on your games. I kind of wanted to get y'all's perspective because this seems to be a constant trend. I mean, Calvin Ridley lost a year of football because of it. So
it's the Calvin Ridley effect.
It's crazy to me how someone like Greg Hardy can do what he did to where, it was ample, undeniable proof of what he did, right? And he still got a job. I think it was Dallas that grabbed him?
Yes.
Right? And then you have like people betting and getting in trouble. That's just wild to me.
Look, OJ, I'm gonna give you a rebuttal. The reason why is they don't care about nothing but the money. The moment you start playing with the money, or you make them feel like you playing with the money, that's when you gotta go sit. That's what this is about. But also, y'all the one who opened Pandora's box. I feel some type of way about it. Because on one hand, as a fan, I've never wanted gambling to be a part of this because I knew the moment the owners and everybody else is going to start betting on these things, obviously the people who are playing it, they want to get in on the fun too. That's kind of how gambling goes. You start it up and people are like, you know what? I'll throw a little $5. It's not that big. Like, it happens all the time. But now the unintended side effects of this is now you have to put in a whole bunch of regulations to make sure that people are not screwing with the integrity of the game because you wanted more money. It ain't like you're making a profit for 20 years.
So I have a question that
the weird thing is.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, OJ.
I just had a real quick question, right, for you. So is your concern, or are you saying that the primary concern of the NFL is they don't want this to escalate like wildfire, move up the chains where it could impact the integrity of the game? That is the bigger reason and not necessary and from an individual level.
It's somewhat because the moment you start getting to guys actually betting on their own games, which is what I think is what happened with Isaiah Rodgers or whatever the dude's name was, that's where things get dicey. Now, I want to say this.
The problem is, I understand the don't bet on your own team. That one or against your own team even worse.
You can't bet on your own team. That's ridiculous.
Right. No, listen, don't bet on. No, listen, but listen. Like they got like in baseball, they banished Pete Rose for life for betting on his team to win. Like if he had bet on them to lose, I would have been. Then I think it's even worse. The problem is gambling is now legal almost everywhere. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. If you want to really bet on sports, go to Underdog Fantasy. Okay. The thing is though, like I get it and I don't get it. Like I'm less concerned with the players other than betting on their own team. I'm less concerned with millionaire players betting because in the NBA, they're now allowed to buy and be part owners of betting companies. FanDuel is like one of the number one sponsors of the NBA. It's coming to the NFL. They're going to have to make some things to allow.
I think DraftKings is already. I think DraftKings is already a commercial.
But players own. Yeah.
This is why
my bigger issue is this. My bigger concern is this. We see it happening with players, right? And they're making a big deal out about it. But players are making millions of dollars. Aren't you more concerned with the refs who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars? Because they're the ones who can be more easily affected with money because they don't have as much. And that's going to be the bigger problem. And how do you police that? Because now you've opened, like you've said, Pandora's box. It's out there.
What if the head coach in the money of fantasy league? What you think he do then? You know what I'm saying?
I think fantasy leagues are kind of different.
Ask y'all. That's what I just want to ask y'all, bro. I just want to ask one question because I feel like, maybe I'm just too smart or maybe I'm just too dumb. So hypothetically, right? Me, Calvin Ridley, I can't gamble. But my cousin can.
Yeah.
Well,
so I just can't be like,
that's what happened.
That's what happened.
How they know? How they know though?
That's literally what it said. It literally said they put the account. They put the account.
They will look that up. That's ridiculous.
He used his NFL official.
He used his own thing. Like he was dumb.
It literally says the sportsbook account was opened under the name of an associate of Rodgers. For like 100. That's why they're investigating it. Because it was an associate of him.
Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. The NBA, the NFL, they are connected. They know everything about you, who you hang out with, what party you went to, your blood type.
They have some of the
you have in the bedroom. They know everything.
They really do.
They know your DoorDash connection.
Your DoorDash, yeah.
I sure would have got suspended for a year, boy. Because I was going to be like,
So what people have to remember is that the reason why gambling is like illegal in a lot of other states as well is because of what happened in the past, right? So number one, like gambling started with horse races and everything, so there wasn't a way to track and really tax that as well because there's a lot of things going across state lines. So the government kept trying to make sure that didn't spread. And then as like baseball leagues and NBA leagues started happening, there was a big scandal called the baseball's Black Sox scandal.
The White Sox threw the World Series.
Yeah, 1919, because the gangsters were a part of it for the White Sox to throw the World Series. So then that's the main point on why they're trying to make it. They made it illegal across all sports because they didn't want to jeopardize the integrity of the sports. My issue is it's been 100 fucking years. Okay, it's been 100 years since that happened. I think times has changed and gambling is now becoming such a big part of the sports in general, and it's not really jeopardizing the league's integrity anymore. It's really not. The only people that I think really need to get like harped down on it is what Fluent said earlier. Is the referees.
Okay, so here's my thing, Dub. Here's my thing with what you just said. I don't necessarily disagree with your statements, but to be on the other side of the coin, I think yes, even though it's been 100 years since that happened. I won't say I guarantee you, but I feel like in the NFL's minds, or NBA, if we start getting a little bit lax on this, we might get another situation where, like, for example,
there might be another Black Sox.
And that's what I'm saying. For example, let's say it came out. No, but I'm saying, let's just say it came out in 2023. That LeBron threw that finals in 2011 because he had a place to bet. And that's why LeBron folded the way he did, because there was a bet for them to lose. Imagine if it would have came out like right now that happened. You know how
that would have changed. That would have changed everything, but it didn't.
That would change everything.
That would have been exactly 100 years.
What does that? What does that?
My point is,
that would have been exactly 100 years.
The reason why they still have all these regulations and why they crack down so hard is because, yes, even though that did happen 100 years ago, they don't want another situation, because even though it was 100 years ago, that was so OD.
What does legalize?
Here's the problem, G baby. Here's the problem with that thinking. So one, sports gambling is now legal in 36 out of 50 states and Washington D.C. and more coming. And what do all of these states get from this sports gambling? Well, they get their piece of the pie, and there is so much money that the states are making. Let me give you a Toronto example. In Toronto, you couldn't gamble. There was no NBA because they got an NBA franchise. You could not gamble on NBA games. And then the province went, "Ooh, that's a lot of money we're missing." Okay, gambling's legal, right? They couldn't stop it anymore because there's so much money that these states just want more and more and more. They need infrastructure, they need roads, they need fire and police, and they need all this stuff. They need to fill their pockets. There's so much money that the gambling is gonna come. So there's no stopping that.
But you talk about worried about jeopardizing the integrity of the game, right? And that all I'm saying is that's why I feel like
wait, my bad. Wait, Flo, let me say this. The jeopardy of the game is the integrity of the game is already in question, because there's a lot of states where you can sit here and make bets to fix a game and you can win. So no matter what, it's the integrity of the game. The integrity of the game is already at jeopardy when you're partnering with FanDuel, when you're partnering with DraftKings. It's already in jeopardy. So just make it all legal.
Okay, Doug.
It's already.
You can't make it illegal. You can't make it illegal.
No, legal. Make it legal. Make it legal. Just make it legal.
But did we not have an episode a week or two ago where even though you have laws that might be legal or illegal, because the NFL is a private organization, they can determine what policies you can and can't participate in? That's what I'm saying. The reason they have those policies, because if they just let everybody and their mama start gambling, you're going to see a lot more games thrown. You're going to see a lot more. Oh, well, I can make 100 mil or I can make 100,000 if we throw this game here.
But that's why I say, like, if the only rule is, you can't bet on your own team, your own game, not your own team. You can't bet on your own game that you're playing in, and if you do, you're out forever. But go ahead, bet on the other 29 now, the other 31 teams, the other whatever.
And so
you get a year suspension.
Not a year.
You said forever.
Yeah, even with that fluid, hey, perfect scenario right here. Hey, all right, I can't bet on. I'm the Saints. I can't bet on the Saints game, but I see a Jaguars game over there that I really want to bet on.
Go bet on.
Hey, Doug. Hey, do me a favor, bro.
They do that now. I hope you know.
Go ahead, throw this game, bro, because it'll give me 100,000. I give you a piece of that.
Wait, my bad. You don't think they have?
Now. They can do that now.
They have opportunities to do that now.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
And that's what I don't disagree with. But I don't want to go too far off. But I'm just saying, even though they do that now, I'm not going to turn around.
I don't say they do it.
Hold on. Let me ask you. Hold on.
But I'm saying. Hold on. I'm not just going to turn it legal.
Let me ask you a question. What's the incentive? Like, I believe, maybe I'm wrong, and you guys call me crazy if I'm wrong. I believe most of the players want to gamble because it's fun to gamble. They're not doing it because they think they're going to get rich off betting Jaguars versus Colts. They're like, it's fun. It's entertaining. And I don't think they're going to call up their friend and say, "Hey, I'm putting $1 million bet on the Jags to beat the Colts. Can you throw 5 picks so that I can win 1.5 million on that $1 million bet?" Like, I don't think that's the motivation behind it.
I'm not saying that would be the motivation for everyone, but if we start allowing it to happen, it's gonna creep up until where maybe the owners, GMs, and when they start getting into it, then that's gonna be a bit of a problem.
The only sport you got to worry about that in is like baseball and basketball, bro. I'm just finna tell you, bro, just the nature of the sport, bro. Them boys too competitive to go out there. We just talked about how them boys banging their head, car wrecks every play, bro. You really think, bro, I'm going to have a car wreck for 55 minutes?
And it's hard. It's kind of hard to fix your numbers in an NFL game.
You can't.
No, that's a really good point.
I agree with that point.
The baseball one from 1919. Just keep in mind that only happened because they weren't making any money, so it was easy to bribe the players because it was like they weren't getting paid. They're getting paid 50 cents. So and they had to bribe a bunch of them. So I don't think a game like baseball nowadays. I don't think a game like football nowadays because there's too many variables. Basketball though, where one player makes up 20% of the team, right, at any given time, you can point shave. You can affect that more. Boxing, tennis.
1930, it was the University of Kentucky. The whole team was in on it. What like them boys?
The Shanghai Sharks.
Boxing. I don't know about boxing. I don't think.
No, boxing. You can pay off a boxer. You can pay off a boxer. Come on, it's one person. You can pay him off.
To throw a fight.
Yeah, to throw a fight. Yeah, for sure. Come on.
I still get enough money. They make millions of dollars.
Listen to this, Sonny. Listen, yeah, come on. Phantom Punch. The Shanghai Sharks right now, their coach was just suspended, right? You know, I just talked to one of the players from that team a couple weeks ago. Their coach was suspended for 5 years because they don't get paid a lot of money and it's easier to bribe a coach. And they said, hey, you don't have to lose, but you got to win by no more than this. Right. And so he would make substitutions late in games to make sure the shittier guys were on the court to make sure that instead of winning by 12, they won by 6 because there's some guys who were going to hurt him if he didn't. And he got paid nicely to make things happen a certain way. So basketball, it's easier. I think it's probably other than the individual sports, right? Like I said, tennis, basketball.
And that point that y'all brought up,
how do you pay if you pay off a quarterback? If you pay off a quarterback and say, "Hey, throw this game," and he's okay, I'm going to throw 4 interceptions. Dude, he's getting pulled in the second half. You can't control the defense. You can't control the running back. You can't control there's too many variables.
And you know how hard it is. Point that y'all brought up, to not make it so obvious that you're not.
Yeah, facts. Like, that's why when y'all brought that point up, I actually do agree with y'all on that.
Because you got to believe Nathan Peterman. You got to believe someone paid Nathan Peterman to throw 5 interceptions on 6 passes.
Oh yeah. But so I agree.
I don't think you can do that while even trying to do that, Lord. That is crazy.
Yeah. So like
I know accuracy he had throwing it to the other team, dude.
No. And
I'm gonna let you know the average people at home go do that though on everything. In the NFL game, the average person at home, their first 6 attempts will be all 6 picks if they threw the
the average person, of course.
Yeah.
Well, they probably wouldn't get sacked. They wouldn't even get them off.
They won't see anybody.
No, they get sacked. They would get sacked before they threw the ball almost every time.
Yeah, I'm saying they won't see. To help your point, they won't see anybody.
Yeah, but
it's so big.
But overall, I know I was talking NFL, but I was like, it was really supposed to be like a general. But I do get y'all's point. It's harder to do it in football as opposed to like basketball and. But overall, in general, that's where I worry.
The refs need to get checked out.
The refs in every sport are easy. They need to be watched.
Wait, I was just about to talk.
Because think about it, football. Every play there's holding. Every play. Sorry, go ahead.
That was the point I was about to bring up. The guys that we really need to watch in this, like you said earlier, Fluent, is the refs. Because to your point, football in and of itself, the actual game, is probably the hardest thing you could ever try to rig. Because if you think about it, most of football, like even the plays that work, it was probably by accident. Even if it's planned, there's probably something that went awry that entire time because that's what it means to play football. Like nothing you plan is going to go 100% right almost ever. So trying to rig something like that is really hard unless you got all the damn refs in your pocket and at any point in time,
Patriots,
the guys who are making
one. You just need one in your pocket.
Oh, I know you only need one, but if you can get all of them because they're not full time and they're not getting paid properly,
yeah. That's the other part. I fully believe
a few years earlier when they were saying, "Hey, the refs need to be full time. Stop doing this bull where you got guys who are dentists Monday through Friday and then Sunday they put on that black and white." And
that's crazy.
Unnecessary. Hey, not go ahead and take it full time.
You see what Huncho said? I don't know. He might be smoking with them.
What?
Now, I don't want to say it. He's got to read it because he's
right now. Don't fall for the trolls right now. Yeah. But back to the refs. You're right. Every ref in every pro sport should be a full-time employee year round. You can find stuff for them to do in the off season. They can run camps. They can run the combine. Like exactly. What you said is bang on. Like that blows my mind. Is that they're not there.
No, them refs be flat out talking about how they throw the game because they'll be like, "Oh, I called this one because I had missed a call earlier in the game." I was like,
they be doing some stupid
they be verbally saying that stuff. Like I'm like, what?
Because I don't think there's any repercussions. Like, didn't they have a whole documentary and interview about the game? The what was it? Kings Lakers. They basically straight up said like, "Oh yeah, we was throwing that." And then there was another one. I think they would call Allen Iverson during his documentary. He got on the refs
that was the Tim Donaghy one where he had gotten into an altercation with the ref, and they said, "Look, you carry the ball all the time, but now we're going to be calling it." And Iverson knew it and was like, "Yo, how many games do I have to deal with this?" And they're like, like 3 to 5 games. Every time you cross over, we're going to call carrying. That's what you get for messing with one of us because we're a team.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, that was the Tim Donaghy, which obviously we know what he did, but.
The average guy, you'll run 3 yards.
Can the average?
How many attempts?
Let me ask you. Let me ask you for a clip, right? Can the average guy run 3 yards in the NFL?
No.
Up the middle?
No. It doesn't matter if you don't.
The average guy. No. Let's be clear.
Bro,
the average guy is
5'7" 3 yards.
Hold on. The average guy is 5'7", 145 pounds.
Yes.
Okay. That's the average guy who runs a
I'm not short. I'm average.
You're average. A 6-second 40. No, they're not running 30 yards. No, the average man is not running 3 yards.
Average
they're getting smoked. What they're
doing a hole before and have to make cuts.
What if you're running behind? What if you're running behind that 49ers line, man?
No, don't matter.
No, I don't care if you're running behind Mike.
You got nice little A gap.
Hey, I just know Emmitt Smith went 5 yards without getting contact for most of his career. I think an average person behind that line.
Okay, you are a troll.
You got actually have.
Did he not average like 4.5 yards before contact, bro?
Okay, all right. On a fluke, you might be able to run behind your left tackle who takes you 3-4 yards before you get hit. But once you get hit, you're never going to do it again.
That San Fran line is a zone running scheme, so you got to be able to find the cutback, bro.
You got to find the zone.
Okay,
they're gonna be running like this, man. They're gonna be folded up like a pretzel, man.
Look, man, I just know Emmitt Smith went most of his career averaging 4 yards before contact.
That's the exception. That's the exception to the rule.
That's what I'm saying. You get that O line, that all-time O line. Hey,
so G baby, you think Dub was getting 3 yards
behind that all-time?
Oh, what did I come back on?
Hey,
it's parade inside my city. Yeah,
I already know Bama gonna disagree with me, but this is all I'm saying.
Do you think behind an average offensive line you could run 3 yards?
I'm not doing it on the Cowboys O-line.
There you go. There you go.
Well, that was an Eagles fan. He don't rock with the Cowboys, man.
Eagles best O-line. It don't matter which O-line. I'm not running.
Average man on an average O-line. Average man on an average O-line.
I'm just big boys. They hitting me full speed. I'm breaking a bone, bro. The hell you
don't have pads on too?
Because I'm really
it ain't even that. It's Dub. You see what a running back see, but you don't see what he see.
Yep.
That go over a lot of heads, man. I try to tell folks, you can see what I see, but you don't see what I see, man.
Hey,
that's a great point.
Dub, you got to press the hole, bro. You got to know how to press that hole.
Oh, man.
I don't know how to press that
hole. G baby, I know. G baby, listen, I know it was high school. But still, let me paint this picture for you, right? They have me playing tight end, which I keep saying I want to be a wide receiver. The QB sees that there's no defensive player in front of me. Audibles on a blue 50, which means I run a crossing pattern. I run that crossing pattern, and I'm looking. I see there's no one. I'm going to catch this and go, dude. I caught it, and immediately I don't know where the dude came from. Smoked. I hung on to the ball, but I'm like, I really don't like that crossing route. And so
and G baby, on top of that,
I thought I was open.
Hey, and GB, on top of that, an average guy don't wear a fucking helmet. So you put a helmet on them, which cuts off the peripheral.
But we didn't say that. We said you dub. We said you dub. I thought you played.
Yeah, motherfucker. I didn't play football. I
didn't know that. I didn't know that. Because, like, look, it's fluent. You were right. Even though it was high school, I played on the D line. I seen them 6'3" O linemen, and they tried to put me on O line. I seen them 6'3" D linemen.
I'm gonna be like this the whole time.
Nope. I would never. The fact that Bama, I know this is why I know Bama. This is why I F with Bama, because I know there's a screw loose with Bama, and I know if I ever go out with Bama, we cool. Because if you play running back, if you're asking to get hit by 300-pound linemen, by 250-pound brick wall linebackers, or by 180-pound full speed safety coming at you trying to kill you, there's something up there that's a little bit crazy. Dude, I'm not asking for that. I know better. I know myself. I'm not asking for that. Different.
Hey, Bama. I probably ain't throwing hands, but I'm grabbing bottles, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. You see guys like that, they too big for me, bro. I'm grabbing bottles, grabbing chairs.
The hardest part of being a running back is blitz pickup. That's what people don't understand.
Oh my gosh.
That blitz pickup ain't no joke, bro.
You get hit with a blitz pickup, you out the game, bro.
Nah, because y'all boys got that catch. You meet them in the hole, bro. It's the same thing. You set the line of scrimmage like you do on a run by. You got to see it. As soon as you start to creep down, you meet his ass up in the hole. Bam!
Hey,
as a D lineman, bro. I think we've answered the question. An average guy is not running 3 yards in the end.
I used to hate running backs that actually.
I'm picturing it in my head right now. I'm picturing it in my head. You having a 6'4", grown ass 6'6", grown ass man, close to 300 pounds, running.
Who runs faster than you? Because don't forget, you're average. He runs faster than you.
He runs the same speed or faster. Knocking me on my ass, yo,
you're dead. You're dead.
What about 1 yard? What about 1 yard?
No,
maybe.
No, you're not getting a yard.
Forward, maybe
not getting a yard unless you fall forward by the grace of God.
Yeah, you might fall forward underneath your offensive lineman.
It could be a lane there, but what I'm thinking about, bro, like what's gonna happen if it's not one there, bro? Like, I'm just we can always bank on the like we can bank on the best situation. We can bank on that, but I know how football. That first play, boy, it's gonna really feel like they ain't.
Yeah, we literally just
put it this way. 9 out of if you tried it 10 times, you better get it on the first one because I don't think you're getting up for the second one.
You're not getting up 9 times.
But then again, hey, bro, I'll be weak. What if Doug really do bust that hoe? Really great,
I'm not gonna lie, Bama. This is the one thing about me, and this is where I guess I can relate to the wrestlers and football players. I'm the dumbass motherfucker that would keep getting up just because I want to see if I can do it. I would. I'm not gonna lie. And after it, I'll be hurting, and I don't care if I'm hurting. I'll be
but as long as you got one, that's all that
matters. I said if I make it, I'm good. I'm good.
You know what? They might get 3 yards on the 10 with the 10 attempts combined.
Yeah.
Yo, Doug got that Johnny Cage helmet. He like he fit Johnny Cage.
You gotta ask my friends,
that
bro.
Thurman Thomas, boy.
That boy out there in the duck getting loose.
Nah, bro. If I big somebody, bro,
he's
don't
gonna
let
look
that
like
happen. I'm gonna talk about it for my whole life.
Remember Meggett from The Longest Yard?
Yep.
That's gonna be Dub running for his life.
You talking about the Spanish dude that kicked the field goal?
No.
Nelly.
Maggot. No, was it Maggot?
I forgot his name. I'm not that fast.
That boy get loose.
No, but I'm saying that's the moves you're trying to do because you ain't trying to get hit.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. Yo, Mike, why make millions when you can make billions from Angie Carr? Salute to you.
Because you'll get caught and get nothing.
G baby, what are you gonna be saying when Kirk Cousins has a better season than T-Law from Huncho?
Look,
I don't think you got to worry about
statistics. With the weapons Kirk Cousins has, he better throw for 45, 4,700. That's all he's gonna be doing. Especially because did they not just release Dalvin Cook?
Yeah, no running back. He's got to throw the ball.
Yeah, I was like, so he better.
They released Dalvin Cook?
Yeah, I was gonna say that next. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
No, it's not official yet, but they're planning on it. I believe that's the thing. They're basically about to. They're basically about.
They really believe in it, Madison like that. That's
I just don't think they think Dalvin Cook is the same.
You don't want to pay Dalvin Cook more than
Dalvin going to the Saints.
How much money is he trying to get? How much?
He's going to Miami.
That will go to Miami.
No, Miami got too many backs.
4 backs.
How much money is he trying to get?
They got.
I don't know how much money he's trying to get, but I think they just don't think he's the same. And I know because of his of who he is, he's gonna think he's gonna be worth more than he probably actually is. And especially after this pass or all the like he misses games every year basically.
Oh yeah, he keeps getting hurt and his
so I think they're basically just kind of like off that.
He keeps getting hurt and they're almost all soft tissue injuries, which is not a good thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Always hamstrings.
Yep.
The legend of losing. My bad, Mars just said you saw it. Yo, today's open gym episode was wild, by the way. Y'all need to check that out. Who on the panel
was it as good as the ending? Was it as good as the ending to the panel?
It was way better.
Really?
Better. Mars got cooked. I mean, not Mars. Low got cooked for about an hour straight.
Today?
Again?
Everybody.
He's cooked a lot lately.
He got cooked. Yeah, he got cooked for
you gotta
hours.
Give me a time stamp. You gotta type in the panel chat.
The first hour.
It was the first hour?
It was the first hour was getting cooked. He turned it around. It was me, then Mars, and then him and Mars had a one-on-one for a while until Low just kept talking to death until he got the upper hand at like the hour 30 mark or hour 40 mark.
Oh, Low gonna do that till you get the upper hand, man.
Yo, he is nasty. And I tell him about that, but it's cool. Who on the panel has the best chance of gaining yardage?
Yeah, I had to keep my hand right.
As a running back?
Right.
Yeah,
out of them 10 carries, I probably
I like me over Bama. I like me over
I'll probably
Bama.
get y'all 55 off them 10 carries.
Nah, Bama's like
5.5 yards a carry. That's what
you just gotta get to Bama.
Running? I ain't running.
Maurice
just gotta get to Bama quick.
MDJ. What's his name? Maurice Jones-Drew. MJD.
I'm quick though.
Like a bowling ball.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm really gonna hit you with that, and you're gonna be mad. Like I only try to truck DBs, OJ. Like, come on, bro. Like you gotta remember, I played the game, man.
I'm going with the bowling ball, Bama.
Game, man. I don't let the game play me. You gotta remember this, man.
I'm going with.
If I was a quarterback, I'm handing it off to Bama a couple of times, and then play action over the top to Trent. I got my offense set.
I'll give. What's the name? Bama gonna be my fullback dive. I'm getting it,
man.
I tried to
Bama, man. You gotta put.
I averaged 5 yards a carry. I'm serious, bro. That was my
Bama wing T-back.
Black 22. Nah, we ran crazy. Hell no.
I ain't heard that.
We ran the spread pistol. I would not go to that school. No wing T. Hell no. But we ran the spread pistol at the Stone.
Yeah, like I said, I got Trent because I damn sure ain't making it. I promise you.
You got Trent out. No, he's talking out the backfield. Man, she handed it off to
Trent. I ain't gonna name the college coach, but one coach thought he could be the next Jeremiah Hall, so he can do it. He don't think he can do it, but he can do it.
Okay. Man, I'll put Trent in a box, man. I seen him in person. He ain't scary. I'll put him in a box.
No, your G baby like 5'6", bro.
I'm 5'9". Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, bro.
So he is about 5'6".
If
he says 5'9", he's 5'6", 5'7".
All right, Trent, when I press you off the line, you're going to be putting in however you resign
from the football
what
they say,
team.
G-Baby.
Like, hey, coach. Hey,
G-Baby.
Trent, if you in the box,
you let G-Baby stop.
If G-Baby ever locked me up, I quit football.
Dang, yeah.
You know what they say, G baby. Everybody under 6 foot always adds 2 inches, so that makes you about 5'7", bro.
Nah, I've never heard that before. Hey, last 2 times I went to the doctor, they told me 5'9".
Hey, Trent, is you in a 3-point stance, tight end on the line, or standing up?
I'm 2-point.
You 2-point. You don't want that 3-point with me. You don't want that 3-point with me, boy. We getting a little.
Hey, Trent, you gotta spread him out, man. You gotta tell the coach to back you off that line, man, and stand up, man.
Nah, I don't. Listen.
Hey, yeah, because he don't want to get pressed off the line. He better be off the line of scrimmage. Else he getting pressed in a box.
G-Baby, you can guard Dub.
Easy.
Guard me in what? Guard me in what?
See,
guard me in what? Wait, guard me in what?
Anything,
y'all gonna twist it, man. My footwork was nice, bro.
He's gonna play DB on you. No, you can't.
No,
you know
I don't think so.
way.
I don't think so.
There's no way. There's no way Dub's admitting that G Baby could guard him because he said he could get 1 out of 10 against J Rob. So
I think I
no
could get
way.
1 out of 10 on J Rob, 100%. I think I could get 1 out of 10 on J Rob.
Yeah, that means
I'll put J Rob in the box.
Got no
too,
chance.
I mean,
I'm not going to lie. Hey,
Floor.
When I did the flag football, hey, Cooper Cup, man. Cooper Cup Jr.
Hey. At PC weekend, we're lining up because he's in Seattle. We lining up J Rob and you. I'll play quarterback or something. I got a pretty good arm. And we'll see how many you get. We'll drop some plays.
Word. I got it.
What day is PC weekend, y'all?
Is he tackling me, though?
No, it ain't no tackle. Dub.
Oh, okay.
Dub. Elite level dots. I got you. They go put you on the money every time.
My brother was an asshole one time. I
want to say July 27th, maybe ish.
I thought it was gonna be like around
August.
Or August, yeah.
You ain't even gotta do that. Hey, Trent, 3 hours away. I'll pull it. Do it for your teammates too.
You definitely got a hoop.
They can see you putting your helmet, giving your helmet to the equipment manager, taking all your pads. Be like, hey, that's a wrap for me, y'all. It's been nice.
You might be able to dribble by me because I can't walk anymore, but you do not have a better jumper.
I'm trying to say my jumpers.
Floyd looked like that old man that got that perfect form jumper, like fundamental jumper.
Exactly.
I
play with the fact that they had the age where they can't keep chasing all.
When they go at the YMCA, he got it. That's the shot. Y'all all got the same shot. I swear. Go to the YMCA right now.
We're gonna hit you with that
6 foot old man. They shoot just like that. I promise.
Yep.
You.
Every Friday night, I cook those kids because they trying to dribble. I'm just like, give me the ball and just shoot. It's over. I can't run. I can't jump. I can shoot.
Hey, Ravens really could finish third in their division. Fact or fiction? I think any one of those top 3 teams can finish third. It's so close between those guys, honestly.
As long as we all acknowledge the Steelers will be fourth.
Fiction.
Steelers, you think they're gonna bounce back?
I think with Deshaun Watson. And you know what? I saw, and I hate that I'm about to use this, but I saw a TikTok, and I got reminded of all the Browns acquisitions that they made. If Deshaun Watson show up, just regular Deshaun, bro, I don't see how they not winning the division. I'm not gonna hold you. They got Darius Smith, opposite Miles Garrett.
Okay. They can win. They can bug out, but just you can't see them like they go.
I'm not saying it to disrespect like the Bengals or something. I'm saying. With that defense that they got now was Darius Smith. They still got the nice secondary. They picked up Elijah Moore. Now they have a true.
Bro, I think the Bengals might regress a little bit, man. They gave up a lot, man. They gave up some defensive players, man.
Because they let Jesse Bates go.
Do you know?
I mean, that is gonna hurt them more than people think.
It's gonna hurt.
All right, all I'm saying in crunch time, if I be having to squint because, like, again, them two look like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice in crunch time. I don't know. They just magically out of nowhere. Jamar Chase dunking on 3 defenders. Joe Burrow putting. I don't know that boy out there.
I don't think they're gonna regress, bro.
I don't think.
I just think
as long as them two, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow coming back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which means because of that. Wait, who did you say else is coming back?
They got T Higgins too, right?
Yeah, what T?
Oh yeah. T Higgins like that.
Oh yeah,
that's all they need.
I just had to make sure them two.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying them
because
divisional games. It ain't gonna be no defense like that.
Oh yeah. You know what? Nah, yeah, because Jamar Chase was in jail last year with Minka, right? Wait, was it Minka?
Yeah. He was in jail when he had 10 catches for 130 yards.
He was in prison, right, man?
He said he was in prison.
Minka did lock him up though. Y'all,
bro, he had 140
for 132, bro.
That wasn't all on Minka though. That was on
but come on, bro.
Number 20, he was doing him
was
bad. That was majority.
If you think they're gonna put a safety on Jamar Chase, bro, you think Minka
was a star? Minka played a star position at Bama. That's why
I'm going way off now.
Look,
you think Bengals can make a play for Dalvin Cook?
No, because they still got Joe Mixon. They ain't let him go.
I'm sorry, I'm still surprised he in the league.
I'm shocked Joe Mixon.
Like all them
Joe Mixon?
Bro, all the stuff that he's been accused of, been charged with.
Yeah. I see his
league. Like,
Oh, I've been on a rock. What happened?
The league,
bro. He got
he keeps with a weapon in the face.
He punching. I forgot.
Did someone get shot and killed in his house? No, someone got shot and killed in his house. Someone got shot and killed in his house.
Joe Mixon said he tried to get it in blood.
This man Joe Mixon moving like Aaron Hernandez.
Nah, them Bay Area boys different though, man. Like them Bay Area cats, bro. They one of a kind, dog.
Hey, Joe Mixon been bugging, bro.
Joe Mixon trying to be Ja Wick.
But I think Dalvin Cook though, he might go to Miami though.
That's what I said. That's what I said was Miami.
Going to Miami.
You know what's crazy? Aaron Jones really could have been in Miami, but he wanted to stay with Aaron Rodgers, and then Aaron Rodgers is literally leaving 2 years later.
Yeah, bro. That's why you don't show that man loyalty, bro. He a little.
Bro, he could have been in Miami for the bag, bro.
That's his fault, bro. That's his fault, bro.
That is his fault too.
That's his fault, bro.
You should have got the bread.
If they have Aaron Jones, do they have the money to get Tyreek Hill at that point? Or some of the other additions they've done?
Yeah, because
Tyreek already paid.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well, I think
Tyreek got paid.
If Aaron Jones was already there, if Aaron Jones was already there.
If Aaron Jones is already there, do they have the same money to get a Tyreek Hill?
That's
probably not.
I think Jalen Waddle coming up too.
But Jalen Waddle on a rookie.
Jalen Waddle not coming up until Tyreek gone.
Yeah.
They probably gonna extend him though. You don't think they're gonna give him an extension?
Tyreek said he done after.
No, Tyreek said he retired.
How good do you guys think that Dolphins team is gonna be fully healthy? Because I think the only question mark is Tua and his concussion.
If he doesn't have any concussion,
he's fully healthy. So is he fully healthy?
That's what I'm saying. If fully healthy, because the only
going 6-11.
What?
No, what?
Yeah,
what?
Madden came out with a simulation for all the records on the different teams, and they had the Dolphins going 6-11.
Yeah, that Madden simulation sucks.
Is that the same one that had San Francisco 16-1?
Saints being like the third worst in the NFC.
Is that the one that had San Francisco 16-1?
Flo, don't worry. Any game simulation is unrealistic. You know how many times I built a God squad on Madden, bro, and I still lost? It was just ridiculous, bro.
Listen. I tell everybody,
it's gonna always be a surprise somewhere.
The fact that they had the 49ers 16-1, I think you know it's fraudulent. But I always say this: my son made the teams exactly the way they were this year for the NBA, and Orlando won the title. So those simulations mean nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Paulo Banchero, Franz Wagner winning the title. That's crazy.
I'm just really thinking, man, like that's not really like because the Dolphins was like a solid team when Tua was fully healthy, bro. Like
more than solid.
They were
but like them concussions really ain't no. It'll be different if he was coming off an ACL or something like that, bro. Like
Steve Young had that problem. That's messed Steve Young's career up.
Yeah, because it's like, bro.
But that's why I'm asking.
That Green Bay games like that is like, bro. This dude not gonna tell you he got one, and then
if he doesn't get a concussion, better gonna be an elite team. But
they could win the division if he's healthy the whole season. They could win the division.
Double helmet. Fluent.
I don't think Super Bowl.
I don't think Tua in the playoffs.
Yeah, I was about to say Tua. We haven't seen him, but like I gotta see him in the playoffs first. That's really what it is.
I mean, Jalen Hurts did bad his first time around, and he just went to the Super
Bowl.
And
up until
Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl too. So what we talking?
Yeah,
about?
But okay, so in those two examples
you
brought up,
you're cooked.
In those two examples you brought up,
cooked.
They're the exception to the rule, though.
But even in those two examples,
when they have a good team like that, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Ramsey, hey.
I mean, even in those two examples you brought up, Jalen Hurts' first time in the playoffs,
the Dolphins over the Chiefs,
he wasn't good, and then he came back the next year with an even better team than he had, and he played great. Joe Burrow, we always talk about that run. Joe Burrow played pretty well in the Raiders game, and he wasn't that good in the Titans game. It's just Ryan Tannehill's soul.
Which is my point, it helps my point. Tua doesn't have to be this god tier if Joe Burrow made it because the defense got better and then the offense with Hill and them boys could carry their own weight, right? So Tua, and let me ask you this. Is Tua this season better than Jalen Hurts last season?
Huh?
Wait,
not the MVP. Is Jalen Hurts, Tua after this season, Who was better, Tua after this season or
Tua
Jalen Hurts?
this season better than Jalen Hurts last season? Is that what you're asking?
Jalen Hurts last season, not his other season. So I'm not gonna sit here and think he's gonna play as bad his first time around because he has Hill, he has Waddle, he has a good old line, he has a defense that if he is struggling a bit, they could, be able to overcome that despite him. It's like, hey,
my point was I need to see him in the playoffs first.
It's one thing. It's one thing to win their division. It's one thing to win their division,
and
which is
based off of how Tua runs the offense and gets rid of the ball. That is what's going to help him through the playoffs. His elite level anticipation, he's going to run the play.
And they have championship pedigree. Jalen Ramsey, Tyreek Hill.
Oh, that's a good ass team.
Hey,
that's a good team. But
pedigree.
I'm not betting on them to go through the AFC.
Hey,
the AFC is
bro,
if
this was any
other gauntlet,
bro. If this was going to have a good year on the defensive line, I believe for them to be good this year.
Bro, if this was any of the top QB, bro, they be saying they can go into the Super Bowl. But Tua just had 3 concussions.
I said this, and what I said the same thing about Jalen Hurts last.
But it's also like too because when did Tua start missing games? It was after that Packers one, right? When he threw the 3 picks in the second half.
No, it was the Bengals.
No, it was the Thursday night.
No,
the
Bengals
won.
They were 5-0. Bengals
Thursday night.
Yep.
You got the 5-0 Thursday night.
No, that was the first time. Then he came back, right?
No, the first time was the Bills.
Thursday night game.
The Bills
won that game.
Yes,
halftime.
And then he missed, and then I think he played against the Bengals.
He played against the Bengals.
Bengals got
Thursday,
hurt, and then he came
in 4
back.
games.
And then he came back.
Nah, he was out for a minute, and then came back.
Yeah, and then he got hurt again against the Packers.
Well, allegedly, he just went from being good to garbage. And
he got a concussion.
He had a concussion. That's what
in that game. He was not.
Yeah, second half.
I thought what was the game where he had a concussion later on in the season? Was it San Francisco?
Green Bay.
Packers won.
Green Bay.
So the first half, he had 229 yards. I think 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. The second half, he was like, what was it, like 2 for
3
18?
picks.
It was like 3 for 18, 3 picks. And 79 yards. It was something bad, bro.
Wasn't there speculation though that he got hurt actually prior to that?
He got hurt in the second half.
Play. They showed
or in the first half.
Yeah,
and then he came out from halftime.
When he fell and then he got back up again.
Yeah.
That's how that game went. He got a concussion midway through that game, came out the second half, and was like
I remember Tua being hurt before those games though. I just can't remember what it is.
Not for real though. Like they can be like I'm telling you, if this was any of the top quarterback on this Dolphins team, and they just got Jalen Ramsey.
But it's the top quarterback. Okay, but we're also talking about Tua. But we're also talking about Tua because of the concussions. If any top quarterback just came off them concussions, we would be saying the same thing we saying that.
Well, I'm saying fully healthy though. I'm saying they have
fully healthy. I think fully healthy. We're all saying
I'm not gonna lie,
they should be a playoff team.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, bro. That shit bother me that dude finna go out there and try to play again. Y'all, but you talking about Damar Hamlin? What Tua is the one that really be like, I don't know, blood. Like the odds ain't in your favor on this one, bro. Like that Damar Hamlin is less likely to happen than Tua going out there to get it. Listen, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Fluent just said it, bro. It's car wrecks every play, bro. I played defense once upon a time, and when you catch that quarterback, you make him hurt. Like that is the number 1 rule. It's like when we finally catch you, bro. We go, oh man, bro. We finna throw a party on him. We finna throw a party on this dude right here. So I'm like just thinking about that in my head. Like, yeah, he gained a little weight. He looked a little thicker out there, bro. But we talking about your head, bro. Sitting in some fluid, bro. Like that ain't no weights you can lift that can stop that dude's head from hitting that pavement, that turf again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like the really only thing that
in your neck though that does help
you can, but it's like, dude, like man, that really I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like Tua just going out there to try to play again, bro. That junk really bothers me, bro. Like
you can
that junk is wild, bro. Like
but to Bama's point, even with all the safety rules and all the protections that they have in line for the quarterbacks, some things in football just aren't going to change. The way defenses are taught from the front 4 all the way to the dudes playing in the secondary. When we find the quarterback, whether we get pressure and we get a clean shot on him, or we get a pick, the number one rule: go find him, go send him to the upper room.
Yep.
Make him
D lineman. You hear that? Pick Oski, whatever the word was. Hey, our D line coach was like, the second you hear Oski, you go find that quarterback. You go lay him out. And if you didn't lay him out, bro, you was getting pulled. Like that's straight from middle school, high school, all that. So I hear what you saying, man.
Joe Burrow got violated versus UCF.
They
went through that pick. They
violated them.
Yeah.
Ooh, that
Is
boy
Jalen
his hands and knees.
You guys are talking about Jalen Ramsey on the Dolphins. Is Jalen Ramsey still Jalen Ramsey though?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God!
He is still the best cornerback in the league.
He's the best cornerback in the league.
At the very least, he's top 3. At the very least, he's top 3.
You got to understand. You know, influence.
Oh my God!
What you say?
He said Sauce over Ramsey, bro.
Hold on, wait. What you say?
I mean, based off of you, that's not ridiculous.
Over Ramsey right now.
Sauce is wilding. You know what? I'm not mad at Sauce. That's a good one.
I'm not mad at Sauce.
Is Sauce even better than
Deco, I ain't mad at Surtain.
Not better than PS2.
I'm not mad at. I'm not better at
Surtain.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Hell no, you lying.
Y'all doing that all just because he played longer than him. I promise you.
He's just better at him.
Better than Pat. He's better than Pat.
PS2 is really
Sauce be locking up, bro.
So does PS2. What are you saying?
So does PS2.
Sauce is different.
Is Sauce even better than AJ Terrell? Because AJ Terrell be bugging out there. Y'all really.
I mean.
I like
Sauce not better than Jair. But keep me in the butt. He's not better than Jair.
So where do you have Jalen? Where do you have Jalen, Trent?
Okay,
To
this
Floyd's point,
Let me just go around the room. Where do you have Jalen? You have him 1, Trey?
1. I got 1.
Bama?
Who?
Jalen.
Yeah, I'll go 1 still.
1.
Yeah.
OJ?
Excuse me, F that. I'll still go 1. Yeah.
You have him 3? You like Sports Illustrated. You have him 3. That's where they have him. G baby?
Yeah, he 1 for me still.
He's 1 for you, Dub?
K could be 1.
So
Sauce is 2.
So all of you have him 1 except for OJ who has him 3. Okay.
Sauce over Jair Alexander.
But I mean, three not ridiculous though.
See, I don't mind 3, Bama. I don't mind 3. Like I really don't. Like
I don't know what Sauce be doing to these bros.
Jalen and Jair, bro, they're still top.
Jair is still a top 2 coverage corner in the game.
Look, this is what I'm going to say about Jalen Ramsey. The reason why I still have him number 1 is because I'm not just counting him strictly as a corner. That dude is the best DB in the league. There's a distinction.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you, Trey.
He can play outside corner. He can go man to man and still lock dudes up, even though he has gotten to the point where he's slowing down a little bit. The thing that makes him special is the fact that dude is 6'2", 205, and you can have him go play nickel on smaller slots. 1 play, then you can move him back into the arc, have him playing in the deep post. Then the next time on 3rd down, send him right back out there to the boundary and say, hey, make sure dude don't get off the line.
It's like
that dude.
Thank you, Trey.
It's like a mini Charles Woodson.
The defensive backfield, it's almost Charles Woodson type.
Right.
Like,
so you're putting him as number 1 because he's not just a corner. He is an elite DB.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. He's just a human eraser. It's like, okay,
his versatility. I can't take him out of 1 yet because as good as Sauce and PS2 are, Sauce and PS2 not playing safety and they not playing nickel. Y'all are playing outside. Y'all are playing either field or boundary corner.
Sauce don't even travel.
It's not even that.
Travel.
It's not even that though. It's the fact of whoever your receiver 1 is, they put Jalen Ramsey on him. So this is where the dynamic comes in, where he get beat and all of this stuff. They pay these offensive coordinators millions of dollars to get these receiver 1s the ball. So if I'm Jalen Ramsey and my duty is to follow the receiver 1, it's going to be times where I'm in the slot and I cannot. What is Jalen Ramsey's best attribute? His length. Him being able to put a hand on you and shadow you down the field. So it's times where he going to be lined up in the slot on the receiver 1. And Trent, the slot is going to be off the ball. That's a lot of space. And we know some of these receivers like Jettas, Cup, they get busy with a free release. Oh, my Lord. You give Jettas a cup of free release if you want to. They get busy with a free release. So now, and then they running all of these pick plays, all these plays to try to stop dudes like Jalen Ramsey because he following you everywhere you go. So a lot of these plays, what he giving up about the slots and stuff like that, getting pick plays, you can't knock that against him. That's just a testament to how really good he is as a DB, bro. Because I respect you enough to move my receiver all over there, because you can sit there and just play the Mandingo game with him. Oh, bro, we just gonna line him up outside, bro, and you're gonna be sick out there when your receiver don't do Nathaniel. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start moving him. So I'm gonna try to one up him some type of way, but that does not take away from that boy greatness. You sit a receiver on the outside besides D-Hop on Jalen Ramsey. Man, it's barbecue chicken, man. It's barbecue chicken. You gonna be sad.
Bro,
Man, that boy reek like a punt returner.
Jalen been the best corner in the game for since like 2019, 2020.
Well, and that's why I asked the question if he still was.
2017.
Really, when he came in the
league, I said
they just got a game plan to go against somebody like that. You know this dude finna play press cover
and
zero.
The thing is, the reason why people look at Jalen like he had a down year, they can't play this game how they want to play, make Jalen play man, because they lost a lot of players.
And they didn't.
That's
have
why.
the
That's why in
personnel.
2020
They didn't have the personnel for them to do that.
That's why in 2020, when it was running man, he had a mini Darrell Reeves year. When every star receiver he guarded, they got locked up. Like, and you can look at it: D-Hop, Amari Cooper, all DK, all them guys that was bugging out in 2020 just got locked up by Jalen Ramsey because his best attribute is man.
Yeah, and like when you don't have the personnel, you don't have the pass rush, you don't have the back end secondary that you do either. It was literally just him, Aaron Donald, and Bobby Wagner. Those were really the only dudes.
Oh, it's the
really
same,
playing with them. Like
it's
for
the
real,
same
like,
reason why J.C. Jackson fell off. You know, he's a man corner. You want to put him in zone all game.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I said months ago. Like, also too, when we talk about these corners, I said months ago, there's about 7 of these dudes you can argue top 5. There's about 13 to 14 of these dudes you can argue top 10 for real. We went through the name like that because you got PS2 coming out and Sauce coming out, and the way they bugging off the rip. You got elite corners that either miss because of injury or maybe they just have that great of a year, but they're still elite at what they do. Like, so that's why I don't. If you put Sauce at 3, real talk, I don't really care. Like that's fine. Like, I love Sauce. You know what I mean? We had people trying to give guys like Tre'Davious Ward a lot of love. Like, you go look at them comments on TikTok, almost all of them. Where's Tre'Davious Ward? Where's Tre'Davious Ward? Where's Tre'Davious Ward? So like, there's a lot of dudes. Yeah, like, right, but still. So like, you got like all these corners, but I think to me, like Jalen and Jair have still done enough to me to still be those top 2 guys. Now, these other dudes, I'm not even using you got to play longer, because Sauce is already being argued top 3 off the rip. So clearly, how long he played don't matter.
Nah, that dude the best, bro. He's number 2. He's number 2.
He's not better. No, bro.
He's number 2.
All I'm gonna say is this.
And watch, after next year, I promise y'all gonna say he's top 2 or number 1. I promise.
So what happened if you have it down here? Don't wait.
He's not going to.
He's not gonna have.
Don't you know Dub's never wrong?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'm never wrong, bro. I
don't think he will have a down year either. I'm just saying. I've seen.
Now that he has Brett,
I didn't think Russell Wilson was going to have a down year like this year.
With the league.
I didn't think Derek Carr with Devontae Adams was going to look that bad this year either. So I'm just saying things can happen. You never know. That's all I'm saying.
Did you just say now that he has Brett Favre at quarterback?
I said
he's trolling.
That's what OJ said.
Oh, I didn't say it. Oh, I get it.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is that dude's versatility is so different from every other guy that we're arguing that is better than him. Like, he's essentially playing or can play 5 spots in your defense. He can go field, boundary corner, free safety, strong safety, depending on what the situation is. And then you can slide him in and play nickel, which is one of the hardest things you could ever ask somebody to do, especially at his size.
I got to bounce, bro. I got to get my jit, bro. This joke here acting the fool.
No problem, brother.
I'm checking y'all boys out, man.
Peace.
What does he need to do?
He got to go get his kid.
That is not what it sounded like. Okay.
He said jet.
He said jet.
Oh, jet. My bad.
Yeah. Nah, I'm taking that over. What's the name? Because
okay, all right.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to crap on the other dudes,
No, just hey, listen. You don't have to now. You might have to explain to some people, but no one has to explain to me. You pick one person over another doesn't mean you're saying the other person stinks. It's just I got one person over another. That's cool. That's cool.
That dude's versatility is crazy.
All right.
Cam Combine with a super chat. Chiefs made some sneaky good signings, man.
Who did they sign again?
I've been paying attention way too much on the basketball.
What receiver did they? Because I know
I watched some more Magic Johnson recently. Fluent.
Oh,
not
impressed. Dropping down for you.
Wow, he said
maybe he might drop further. You know what his go-to move is? Like his go-to dribble move is? Oh, his go-to move is the baby hook, yeah. But his go-to dribble move?
What is it?
What's his go-to dribble move?
Back to the basket, man. It's ridiculous.
No, but wait,
it's ridiculous.
That's not his go-to dribble move, but he is 6'9". That's what he should be doing.
I watched, and I was watching from like the beginning. I watched some from the 90 and 91 season, and now I watched an 85. Clockwork, bro. Clockwork. I promise.
It was effective. It was effective.
Oh, that was a state of the 80s, so I can't crap on too much. That was what the 80s style was, but still, like, dang, bro, I can't get a.
But that's like
can't get a cross in between the legs.
That's like knocking a center in the 70s for using a drop step. Like that's what you do back then.
I can't get a cross. I can't get a cross, man. Damn, I'm just looking for a cross in a half-court set. That's all I was looking for, a cross in a half-court set.
He was 6'9". His dribble was too high for a cross. It just made sense for him to back in smaller defenders and then pass over them.
I would say his post playmaking is amazing. It's phenomenal.
And that's why I said to you, remember you thought I was crazy. I know we're not supposed to be talking basketball, but remember you thought I was crazy when I said he would play like a point forward / point center in today's NBA?
No. I did not disagree with the point forward. When you say point center, because his defense is just, it's not going to be able to be up to par. That's the main reason I was mad. Point forward,
25 centers in the NBA aren't that good. He'd be fine with suspect defense.
It's not about one-on-one. It's about rim protection. And even though that there's not a lot of centers to play one-on-one, you need to be able to at least deter and shot block those guys.
But you have your center on your team has very little, if not no, rim protection.
No, what we do is we switch him. So we switch him all over the place.
But Bam is not a good rim protector.
He actually is a good rim protector. He just
think about it. They're the same height. They're the same height.
He actually is a good rim protector. Do you think that Magic Johnson is going to be running those zones with Bam Adebayo?
No, they're going to play a completely different style. They're going to play a different style.
No, you can't use Bam as an example. He's a good rim protector, bro. He just doesn't do it enough. Check the time before 2020. It was like 2020 and before. They had him down there rim protecting a bit, and he did a good job.
They have a power forward who can block shots.
My bad.
Or they just outscore people. They just outscore people. But anyways, conversation for
another day. My bad.
So
my bad.
To the Chiefs.
My bad.
The only sneaky good signing they got. They signed Jawan Taylor from the Jaguars to replace Orlando Brown or whatever the crap his name is.
Yeah, that's why.
That's the only good signing they really made. They signed Drew Tranquil from the Chargers.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. There's two specifically that jumped out to me when I saw them: Drew Tranquil and Charles Omenihu. Both of those guys, they're not household names. However, they're going to be very helpful. Specifically, Charles Omenihu.
I mean, they'll help. Like, I don't think it can be as bad as it was.
Whoever sent the super chat, give us the list. Who do you think were the sneaky good signings?
I think Jawan Taylor definitely helped because their offensive line is basically just not missing a beat. Like, they lost, I think it was Orlando Brown. They lost Orlando and then just replaced him with Jawan. And so their O-line is not going to miss a beat, and their O-line was key to them winning the Super Bowl. So, like, that was great. That was in, even though, you know, as a Duval fan, I sad to see him go. He's going to go play with Mahomes. So, like, you can't really be mad at him. But, like, Tranquil, he'll help, but, like...
Him playing next to Nick Bolton will help them a lot in the middle of that defense. And Charles Omenihu is a very nice piece because that kid can run. He can rush over the pass. He can rush on the tackles. He can move inside and kick in on third down and rush over guards. Like, that's a nice piece. I honestly was kind of shocked that the 49ers just let him go after trading.
The 49ers, they be all right. They always find D-line. They be all right.
Angie Carr with a super chat. Predictions for Jimmy G's record this season. He's a winner.
Wait,
He's a winner.
Wait, how many games? How many games?
I'm ready for this one. I was waiting for this one.
It's a genuine question. How many games did he win last season? I don't remember.
Derek
Carr.
Carr.
Derek Carr, because I know Jared Stidham won a game when Derek Carr didn't play. Right? The Raiders won a game with Jared Stidham, right? When Derek didn't play.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, no, they lost that game.
Oh, they did? Okay, so then how many games?
It was a good game from Stidham, but I think they lost.
Yeah,
Let me double check.
Okay, so they lost. That's fine.
So Jimmy G's record this season, 0-0, as Tom Brady will be their starting quarterback. Jimmy G's gonna get hurt. That's probably in July.
They won 6 games last year.
All 6 of them.
Out of how many?
They win in 4.
They're winning 4 games.
Is Jimmy G playing the whole season? Or the whole season?
I think he is going to play the whole season.
I think if Jimmy G plays the whole season, they win like 4.
Y'all not going to disrespect Jimmy G like this. Y'all that's what y'all not. Y'all not disrespecting Jimmy G like this.
Trent, I have the schedule right here. Trent, I have the schedule right here.
They're going 11-7.
Let me hear it. Because I will say Devontae Adams can carry. Wait, is Josh Jacobs? Josh Jacobs on the franchise tag?
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs is on the franchise.
Okay, I'll up it to 6-7.
Wait,
so
are they getting a new
season starts in September?
coach?
So the first game they play is against the Broncos.
But was Jimmy G with Josh McDaniel on the Patriots?
Yes, exactly. Which is why.
Okay, so go ahead. Let's go through week 1.
They play the Broncos week 1.
Lose.
That's a win.
I think they're gonna split.
They win.
All right.
Well, you got to tell us where if it's home or away. You got to tell us home or away.
It's at Denver.
I think they
Okay,
lose.
so lost. Okay.
All right.
Screw that altitude. This is the Raiders.
They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose the Buffalo game. That's what they play week 2. They'll lose that. Okay. Steelers at home.
Raiders
win.
Steelers win.
All right, so that's 1. Then they play the Chargers on the road.
Well,
Raiders.
Okay.
They lose to the Raiders.
What the fuck? Wait, y'all said the Chargers will lose to the Raiders at home?
I said they lose it. I think they split.
They're not splitting. I think they're sweeping.
Okay.
Keep going.
Then they play the Packers Monday Night Football at home.
They win.
That's a win.
They win.
Patriots at home.
Disrespecting Jimmy G, bro. Patriots.
What do you mean? Stop disrespecting Jimmy G.
He's a winner. He's a winner. He just knows how to do
the Raiders beat the Patriots or no?
Yes.
Okay. And then they play the Bears in Chicago.
That's a win.
No. Like I think the Bears are going to win that.
Wait, they play the Bears in Chicago? No,
Bears can win that.
I think Bears are winning that. I think the Bears are going to be very good.
Me too.
Then they play the Lions on the road. Then they play the Lions on the road. The Lions on the road. It's Monday Night Football as well.
Lions.
That's L. That's L.
They play the Giants at home.
That's a win. Giants stink.
Giants. They'll have Saquon.
Yeah, that's
and then they'll play the Jets at home.
That's an L.
Jets.
They're losing.
They lose.
They play the Dolphins. Dang, they schedule.
They losing. They losing.
They play the Dolphins on the road.
They losing.
They play the Chiefs at home.
And they losing.
They play the Vikings at home, but it's at 305 Fluent. So
that's a win.
Yeah, that's it. That's an L.
And then they play the Chargers on Thursday Night Football.
That's the split to win that
one. On the road again.
The Chiefs.
Yes. And then they'll play the Colts, Broncos to end the season. Dang, that's getting hard.
Win the win.
I'm not gonna lie. These games.
That's a tough.
That's like 5 wins. That's like 5.
He's gonna get 6 wins. He'll get 6.
I gave him 10. I gave him 10.
They probably can win a game that, of course, like they're not supposed to win.
What the hell did you give him 10 at?
So he went 6. I think he's gonna be dirt though.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna lie though. This schedule, they have like a 6-game stretch where they can like lose.
Let me ask y'all this, right? What's Jimmy G's record?
I don't know.
It's like 70% as a starting quarterback.
He played for the San Francisco 49ers.
When the San Francisco 49ers were doo-doo, didn't he go 5-0?
Yes, like literally when they were trash, they were like 0-8. He started, they won every game.
He's a winner, man. So who are we to doubt this guy?
I gave him 10 wins. I gave him 10 wins according to that.
He did it with Debo. He did it with Josh Jacobs. He did it with a great
Raheem Mostert, Elijah Mitchell.
Because Devontae Adams clears whatever Debo got going on.
Yeah, of course, duh.
And Josh Jacobs is a great running back.
The defense?
Yeah, the Raiders defense is us. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Josh
let's
Jacobs
see.
and
Let's
Adams
do
is
the
gonna do
notable
a lot of
signings the
carrying.
Raiders made this offseason.
Yeah,
Jimmy G.
they drafted Tyree Wilson. That was great. So
Let's see who they got in free agency, man.
You know who they got? They got the GOAT as a part owner / backup quarterback. That's who they got.
He's gonna train him. He's gonna train him. He's gonna train him. I promise y'all.
I promise you, it's not.
More pressure to win out of, hey, I'm the prophet here, not you. Stop. Okay, Trey? Stop. More pressure to win out of all AFC East QBs.
I mean, it gotta be Aaron Rodgers.
Josh Allen.
Or Josh Allen. I mean, if really
let's do a start bench cut. Let's do a start bench cut. I mean, a 1, 2, 3, a top 3 for the most pressure. Because I got Herbert. I got
it's AFC East. It's AFC East.
Oh, AFC East. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm so sorry.
So we're talking Tua, Rodgers, Allen,
and Mac Jones ain't got no pressure.
And Mac Jones.
Mac Jones out. Tua got concussion protocol. We just hope he makes it out the season.
I think
it's Rodgers or Allen, and I think it's Rodgers.
I think it's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
No, it's Aaron Rodgers.
It's got to be Rodgers because he's going to a loaded
franchise.
team.
He came in to save a franchise with what they say is one of the best defensive players, young defensive,
generation,
one of the best offensive players, wide receivers. Right? That's what everyone's saying. He's coming.
Y'all saying he's finna be top 5.
Turn around the Jets. To turn around the Jets, it's him. It's him.
And that defense is still loaded.
But this is the thing. This is the thing I have to push back, right, Fluent?
Are you Arabian?
What?
Cam C wants to know if you're Arabian.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not.
Look at OJ's face.
The beard is messing up a lot of people, but I don't care. This is the thing where Aaron Rodgers isn't a bad pick. The thing is with Allen, what are we doing?
That's hilarious.
Please. All right, let's focus. Let's focus here. Let's focus.
My bad.
But Josh Allen, the issue is that for Josh Allen and for the last 3 seasons, they weren't paying attention to his inconsistencies, and now everyone's starting to come to the light. After what happened with the Bengals, they're sitting here like, oh man, Josh Allen, you're maybe not that guy that we thought you was. And then him being what Trent says, Stephon Diggs dependent. I mean, a lot of people, if Josh Allen makes a dud in the playoffs, it's more unforgivable because, one, you played with this team for a while now, while Aaron Rodgers, this is his first year there. So you see, but I understand Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is too old. Aaron Rodgers is too old to say, oh, he needs a year to get.
And they just got
win now,
bro.
How old is Rodgers? About to be 39.
Yeah, he about to be 39.
Age tax. No,
win now. Win now.
He's getting older. No, he's getting older.
Oh, you think he has an excuse?
Yes,
he's old?
He's getting older. Yep.
Bro, there's no way Aaron Rodgers, bro.
That's fair.
Can go to this team with Garrett Wilson, who y'all say finna be top 10, top 5. They got Breece Hall coming back, a good O-line, because I think Elijah Vera Tucker's coming back too, and an elite defense back there that can shut down anybody at any given time.
They started calling him Wash.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, though. Do you think they brought Aaron Rodgers in to get to know these guys, or do you think they brought him in like Russell Wilson to Denver with the expectations of taking them to a Super Bowl? So the pressure's on Aaron Rodgers to not only do well, but to take this team to a Super Bowl, which we know he's not really good at doing.
Well, can I say this thing? Can we at least say it's equal?
I think it's fair. Yeah, you can. I think it's very equal. So off of my standard of what I hold Aaron Rodgers to, right, Fluent? Because I don't think that what people were saying how Aaron Rodgers was wild. Yeah. So to me, I think more of the pressure's on Aaron Rodgers because of the reason which you said. And I don't think that he's washed like everyone was saying that he was last season.
Yeah,
but according to everyone else, older guy, getting washed. He showed his age despite him having nobody to throw to. I mean, that's just what they're going to run with. So Josh Allen will get more of the burner.
Yeah, he ain't got to worry about receivers. He ain't got to worry about receivers not getting separation in New York. I'll tell you that much.
Did you hear? Was it Watson? No, which one of it? Green Bay receivers.
It was Romeo Doubs.
Romeo Doubs, whatever, saying that there's not really big difference between Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love.
That's the same thing Tyreek Hill said about Tua and Patrick Mahomes, bro. They just keep it for them.
Romeo Doubs is dropping balls, so I'm not sure you're taking his opinion.
What are you doing with that thing on your face, bro?
He's been doing it all show. He's been doing it all show.
I didn't notice
On the top of his headline, all that. So.
Can you just scream out the best music?
I'm dead.
The best music? You mean we the best?
We the best.
Whatever he yelled. I don't know what the hell he says.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
I think Aaron Rodgers, not
God did.
Not y'all crazy.
See, someone's saying you're his slim brother, but they don't know you got a gut right now. So
I'm getting there.
Dub Khaled is nuts.
God
Dub
did.
Khaled. That's elite. Dub Khaled.
I'm gonna be in the club at 2 a.m. God did. Yo, go ahead, Trey. My bad. I know
all I'm saying with the Aaron Rodgers thing is this: like Fluent said, the entire reason you are here is for one reason and one reason only: make us a real team. We have everything else in place. You are supposed to help us get to the point to where now we are the respectable team in New York and we get deep into the playoffs. It's not just, oh, okay, cool, make it. No. We're supposed to be in the Super Bowl as opposed to Josh Allen. Look, I have my criticisms of Josh Allen. He is a high variance player. Trent, me and you have had this conversation ad nauseum about dude. I get it. He has a lot of pressure on him too. But he's like, what, 25, 26?
No, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro.
I wish J-Rob was here because I'm telling you, for the Jets, with Aaron Rodgers, because he doesn't have a lot of years left. It's Super Bowl or bust. It's
but
Super Bowl or bust.
The Bills been Super Bowl or bust since 2021, though.
They're not Super Bowl or bust. They're not saying Josh Allen's young.
Yeah, I don't think the Bills are Super Bowl or bust.
Trent.
Well, I'll get to that in a second.
I would say Super Bowl.
You know what, Trent? I'm gonna get to it now.
It'll be reasonable if the Chiefs beat them. Don't understand.
Because Trent, we had this conversation like 2 weeks ago about this. Not every, because like for example,
was just nut sucking the Bills last season, and now it's understandable. It's ridiculous. Y'all, not you. It wasn't.
But still, picking them to win doesn't mean they become Super Bowl or bust.
But here's the thing, though, Floyd. The general consensus has Josh Allen as a top 2 quarterback. They brought Stephon.
Yes. Before last season, yes.
Yes. The Bills are such a great team. They were going to be so dominant.
Yes,
they were going to win the league because they were so great.
And they are a great team, but I don't think they brought in anyone with the expectation of 4 or 5 MVPs.
No, time out. Because it's the same exact team they had last season, and don't act as if Von Miller wasn't there. So it's not like they was healthy 100% in that playoff game. So if people who were supporting the Bills, you put into context, oh yeah, these guys wasn't healthy, so you know what? We should be able to win a Super Bowl. Which I don't agree with.
Trey White's just now coming in.
Tre'Davious White
got hurt. Jordan Poyo got hurt. Like
I still think they're frauds. I don't care. But a lot of people who was high on them last year, that's what I don't like about people. Y'all switch up. Y'all just switch up on people like it's nothing. It's ridiculous. They were hurt.
Here's what I want to address to you, because me and Trent just had this conversation like a week and a half ago in this Discord. When we talk about teams like Super Bowl or bust or expectation and all that, at the end of the day, only two teams can make the AFC Championship, right? Only 2 of them can do it. So depending on who you lose to, especially in the stacked AFC, hold up, but it depends on who they lose to. It depends on who they lose to and how they play. Because, for example, we all know Josh Allen, in that one playoff game he played amazing. It was not his fault, his loss. Now, I'm not saying any of y'all hold it against him, but if that happens again and they lose to the Chiefs in similar fashion, or if Mahomes just beats them and Josh Allen still plays great finally, again, I'm not going to look at Josh Allen like a fraud for that, because you did what you needed to do. Now, and we're going to get to it hopefully before the show ends right now, because it's NFL coaches. I might look at Sean McDermott a little differently, because I was like, this is the second time in a row now, or third year in a row where your defense has looked real mid. Like at 3 years in a row.
Well, let me ask you a question.
No, but
Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old. When he enters the playoffs, he will have his 40th birthday on December the 2nd. So he will be 40 entering the playoffs. How many years does he have left? Very, very few, if not one. So the expectation is, if he doesn't win now, it is going to be a failure. Whereas Josh Allen, where's Josh Allen? If he fails again, they might start saying, oh, he might be on fraud alert, but he's still got 10, 15 years to go.
And Fluent, that part I agree with. Fluent, that part.
Russian quarterbacks, maybe not.
Wait, hold on. Not 10, 15 because not everybody Brady.
Yeah, you get facts.
Okay, fine. 10 years.
I get your point. I get your point. Though.
Russian quarterback.
I agree with you on Aaron Rodgers. I agree with you. If they wanted to bring somebody in to lose in the first round, they could have signed Andy Dalton. If they really wanted to do that, somebody to just get him there and lose in the first round, they could have signed Andy Dalton. I know. I'm saying they could have signed Andy Dalton instead of trading for Aaron Rodgers. They brought Aaron Rodgers in. But yes, that's what I'm saying. They didn't bring him in just to make the playoff, make the first round. Because
that's my point.
I said Andy Dalton, but they could have got all these cheaper quarterbacks.
That is his
point. Kept Mike White.
That is my point.
But I think
but I'm agreeing with you.
Bro, my only pushback is though, literally the season before, like literally the season before.
Sometimes I think you just love arguing, bro. My bad, Trent. My bad.
He argued to say he agreed with me.
Nah, but like it's just like I don't, bro. Like last year, a lot of people had the Bills going to the Super Bowl, despite what happened, like versus the Chiefs, whatever. And now, like majority of the defense started. Like Von Miller got hurt. I think one of them had like a neck injury. One of the safeties, Poyer.
But they just signed Leonard Floyd. They just signed Leonard Floyd.
They signed Leonard Floyd. They got Trey White back. They drafted an elite tight end in Dalton Kincaid, who's an elite route runner off the rip as a rookie. So he has another weapon with him that can help Diggs out. Bro, you get everybody healthy, bro. I'm expecting you more than the Jets. I think it's very equal. But I would just look at Josh Allen more.
I know you said it's equal, but let me again. When the Broncos brought in Russell Wilson and he played the way he played, and I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is going to play like that, but if Aaron Rodgers plays anywhere near what Russell did for the Broncos, dude, their expectation is not to make the playoffs. Their expectation is to a deep run and probably Super Bowl. And I just think that as much as you're picking the Bills, let's be honest, even the guys picking the Bills, they're kind of like, yeah, but it's the Bills. Like, are they going to make it? Because it's the Bills. With Aaron Rodgers, like, yo, we expect him to go to the Super Bowl, even though
I'm not hearing that. No.
That's crazy.
I expect them. I expect them to be contending for a Super Bowl. I'm not even going to hold you.
And even then, like,
if they don't, are you going to be really surprised if the Bills don't make it?
And then,
no, the damn Bills.
So would y'all be surprised the Jets don't make it?
Oh yeah, that is true. The Jets are the Jets.
I picked the Jets to miss the playoffs.
Why we all said it. That's why we all said it's equal. I think we all agree that it's relatively equal. But if
that helmet, you need to see that helmet again.
And the reason why I feel like, even though we all said it's equal, why the pendulum kind of swings to Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers, we've been expecting you to get something done for a minute now.
And like, you're on
5, 6, 7 years now.
That's the thing. You're on an accelerated time clock. Your football world is coming up. It's right here in your face.
Time out, Trey. Hold on, Trey. Didn't you say Aaron Rodgers is washed?
Huh?
Didn't you say Aaron Rodgers is washed?
No, I don't think he's the same guy. I don't. And I will stand on that.
Is he a has-been or never will be?
No, he's a has-been. He got a ring. All
right, fair.
You got to give it
13 years ago, man. Like,
good defense.
Hey, look, I get it. It was a long time ago, but just because it was a long time ago doesn't mean it disappeared. It's still here.
But that's why I say, because for the last 6-7 years, we've been expecting him to do something. But hey, okay, the defense let Raheem Mostert go for 200. All right, whatever. There are all these things happening. Then this last year, making the playoffs in Green Bay, and he finally got the defense he wanted to show up. He finally got the home playoff game he was crying about in the press conference. He folded.
You know what? Listen,
bro. So
I expect Rodgers to play like Russell Wilson did last year, and it's gonna make me very happy.
Hey, they already called him Brett Favre. They already called him Brett Favre 2.0.
So he's going to Minnesota after?
Hey, he might. Kirk Cousins.
If he goes to Minnesota,
just to lose to the Saints at NFC Championship, Fluent.
Still got the fraud thing.
Yep, Rodgers.
Yeah, does Dub have it up, or do I need to do it?
Oh, my bad.
Before we end the show, I think we should do it.
Yeah. I'll do it. Me and Mars are cooking.
Oh my God, we have 7 minutes left. We didn't touch any of the topics, bro. I guess we're doing
we touched
the last man.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Players court, bro. We tried to do it like the past 2 weeks.
We'll do it. Oh man, me and Mars has been
You got a
cooking
whole
low.
still 2
Low
months
is
left.
nasty, bro. He called KD a borderline. He had a possibility to be a top 3, but now all of a sudden he's not top 5. He's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
But
he's overrated.
oh man, fraud watch coach edition. I'm gonna go around the room and I want you guys to say either he's a fraud watch or no. So let's start off with you, Floyd. Number 1 on the table is Sean McDermott.
Are you asking what's the question? Are we on fraud watch or is he a fraud?
Oh, fraud watch, right? So
Fraud
I'll
watch.
repeat it again. So we got another segment of fraud watch coach edition. So I'm gonna work around the room and give you guys coach's name, and you let me know if he's on fraud watch or not. Sean McDermott.
No.
I disagree, but Trent, John Harbaugh.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we're all doing all of them.
No, because it just works fast this way, and it's just very much easier for me to clip up this way. I'm not even gonna hold
Fair
you.
enough.
G baby, Brandon Staley.
Yes.
OJ, Josh McDaniels.
He got the easy one.
He's
He's not on watch.
Yeah.
He's a fraud.
I'm about to say,
100%.
y'all the whole scammer out here. What you mean?
100%.
Word. Trey, Dan Campbell.
No,
I like Dan Campbell.
I do too. I'm a Dan.
I would love to play. I would have kept playing football if he was my coach. I love Dan Campbell.
Fluent. Matt LaFleur.
Yes.
Yes.
Trent.
I think Aaron Rodgers covered up him a lot.
Word. Trent. Sean McVay.
Nah.
Yeah, he's solidified. I'm not going to hold
Yeah,
it.
he's solidified. Yeah. Nah, no way, bro. No way.
G, what you mean? We could debate this afterwards if you guys have disagreements.
I was
G,
just,
G baby, Mike McCarthy.
oh yeah.
Complete fraud.
Not watch though. Again, he's a fraud.
Oh
He's
yeah,
not a-
he's a fraud. He's a fraud.
He's a scammer.
he's stealing
I
money
want-
from everybody.
I want to finish. I do want to finish this. Like as around the room. So I'm gonna look for a couple extra head coaches. OJ. I'm going to give you. What's the dude on the Mike Tomlin?
Ooh, that's a good one, man. But all those consecutive years of winning, nah.
Is it maybe?
Fuck no.
Can I get a maybe?
He's trying to get a clip. Come on, say maybe.
Dang.
No.
Tried. All right, Trey. I'll go with. Okay. I'll go with this guy. Oh my God, what's his name again? No way, I'm forgetting my head coach's name.
Who does he forget? I mean,
His own head coach.
oh, you talking about Sirianni? Hell no.
Nick Sirianni.
No.
I mean,
No.
And now you guys are free to debate.
As somebody who fried that dude his first year, where he was literally running Devontae Smith up the field to try and get open Jalen Rigger. Yeah, I gotta shut up about dude.
wait, but hold on. Forget that. Why did you smile when I said no to Sean McVay?
I was just curious answer.
And now
Last one for everybody to answer. Actually, this is the last one. Hold on, Fluent. And I want you to keep that in your mind. I want you to keep that in your mind. But before you all go, last one, Bill Belichick.
Ooh, that's sexy.
Y'all going crazy on that, but y'all upset with Sean McVay.
That's sexy.
Hey,
Woo!
I just need one of y'all to say yes or no. If y'all think yes, I'm all for it.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
It's on watch. We're not saying he is. Is he on watch? I would say yeah. He's a lot of years.
He looks completely like a deer caught in the headlights with that offense, man.
I'll tell you this: he's definitely on fraud watch as a GM.
Oh,
that's a better answer. That's a better answer.
No, if that's the case, then yes. Wait, he's the GM?
Yeah, he's a GM and coach.
No, completely fraud. Wait, how long he been a GM?
The whole time.
Fluent.
No.
Y'all telling me? You telling me he's been the GM? So like, say like past like 7 years. He's been the GM this whole time.
He's been the GM
at least.
Fraud.
No, he's not fraud. Stop.
That 2019 with draft class is the worst draft class from a team ever. I'm not hearing that.
No.
I'm not hearing that.
Wait. Trey, you said he's been the GM the whole time. Like the whole time, even with Brady, like early in his career?
Yes.
If that's the case, he damn sure ain't been a fraud, bro. No. You know how many great teams drafted on that defense then, bro?
We're talking about right now.
No.
We're talking about right now.
Bro, and that defense, bro, at the very least on the defensive side of the ball, he's still putting out great players, bro.
So what about the offense?
The offense, hey, these past couple years
has
been a little rough.
What you mean?
Hey, like I said, these past couple years has been a little rough. It is what it is. But defensive, he's a defensive coach. He's doing his job.
If that's the case, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If that's the case, none of these coaches are on fraud watch.
No. Okay, but no, that's different. First of all, hold on. Before I forget this, take me off. Ain't no way you saying, oh, nah, Sean McVay, he's been established. But then say yes to Bill Belichick.
He just won a bowl like what? But G-Baby, he just won a bowl like what, 2021? Like
2 years ago, and he had a loaded team to do it.
You can't say that because that's what Bill Belichick always when he wins.
Bill Belichick won a Super Bowl with Chris Hogan getting 8 catches for 108 yards.
He had a number one.
It's just because Tom Brady's just that guy, man.
And he had the GOAT.
He drafted Tom Brady.
Of course.
What has he done? What has he done without Tom Brady? Whether it's in Cleveland, in New England,
Sean McVay done without a loaded team.
He made it to the Super Bowl.
But here's the thing.
Loaded team.
What? No. He won the Super Bowl. He made it to the Super Bowl in 2019.
That was a loaded team.
And that was a loaded team.
But y'all the same people that didn't like Jared Goff like that. Cooper Kupp wasn't established like he is now. Robert Woods wasn't established.
Defense was crazy.
I don't think that team was.
They had Marcus Peters,
Jalen Ramsey.
That's almost
every people that be going to the Super Bowl have loaded teams. Like Shanahan has a loaded team. Shanahan had a loaded team for a while.
Huh?
Shut up!
How did you last year?
I answered the question.
Like Nate, but there's not a lot of coaches that win with not with a loaded team.
Yeah, a lot of these guys have loaded teams when they win.
Like if you look at from 2000 to now, like all them teams that won.
Okay. Overall, my point is, ain't no way you can say, oh, it's because Sean McVay was established. But then say,
but I'm still saying, he just won a bowl 2 years ago.
Bro, Bill Belichick, when was his last Super Bowl? 18, 19?
2017?
Did he not win in 19? Or 18, whatever it was?
No.
Against the Rams? Yeah.
2018.
Yeah, so that's 5 years ago to 3 years ago. So like
what I'm saying as of right now and currently how their team has been constructed, they about to be dirt.
I would say this.
Wait. Because Sean McVay built his team.
We're just saying is he
got no draft picks.
We're starting to see. We think Jared Goff is better than we thought he was. He had Matt Stafford, who Dub said was a top 5 quarterback. So now we're starting to see. Let's see. Now let's see when he doesn't have a loaded team. Last year they were garbage. Okay, they lost Matthew Stafford. So and Cooper Kupp. Yeah. So now let's see. What does he do this year? Right? Like, is he on fraud watch? That's the only question. And I would say, yeah, if he has another 3, if he has a 3-14 season and the guys are healthy, well, you got to start questioning.
Yeah, my only problem was that he said Sean McVay isn't, but Big Belichick is, and he said Sean McVay's established. That's my only issue.
But you ain't let me finish on the Sean McVay.
Didn't finish.
He's established. He's still a very great coach, and he just won a ball.
So is Bill Belichick.
Of course. But I put specifically he's on the fraud because I didn't know he was the GM this whole time. Especially these last few years.
How do you not know that?
I didn't know.
You're gonna hold the last couple of years. Yeah, he hasn't hit, but he's also was the GM through all them all-time defenses, all them players he drafted. He
But
drafted
is he a fraud now?
like the
It's
Dante
now,
Howard.
not
You listen. You're only a hero.
Hold on, wait. I want to go through.
You're only a hero until you live long enough to become a villain. We talk
Man,
about
get
right
that TikTok
now.
one out of here, man. I don't want to hear that.
Nah, I do want to go through. I do want to go through the past Super Bowls for everyone to like get an understanding. Like Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City, both of the teams, like the coaches had great elite talent, both of them. The year before, the Rams and Cincinnati, I'll say wasn't that crazy stacked, so that's one. Tampa Bay, Kansas City the year before, both of those teams was loaded. Kansas City, San Francisco, both those teams was loaded.
San
New
Francisco
England
was loaded on offense too.
You said who?
Their defense was loaded. Their offense
Their defense was loaded, but was their offense
their
loaded?
Their defense was historic, and then they had a good defense. They had a good offense too, but their defense was historic, correct? Because then, like the Denver Broncos when they won in 2016, I mean, we're gonna be like that defense. That defense was historic, and then Carolina had Cam Newton and a great defense as well. Like all of these guys has great talent on their teams. All of them.
Can I just quickly, Angie? I sound like Rashad McCants with his BS Popovich take. What are you talking about? Popovich is overrated. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, I'm just saying, like, we can't be like, oh, he had such a great team when the majority of times these coaches who went to Super Bowls, they either had one a loaded team or just great superstar guys that they could just lean on. Like it is what it is. Like
okay, but when you say these guys had loaded teams that went to the Super Bowl, there's a lot of loaded teams that didn't make the Super Bowl. There's a lot of these coaches who've had that same team for 2 or 3 years. They don't make it to the Super Bowl every year.
Andy Reid.
Yeah, and Sean McVay in that time where he wasn't didn't have a loaded team and going through Todd Gurley being hurt, he was doing a good job in trying to make up for that. He was doing a phenomenal job trying to, which is why when they got Matthew Stafford, it put them over the edge because now they finally got help.
I think we just saw Baker Mayfield look good with Sean McVay, and everybody was like, "All right, Sean McVay, you like that."
The problem was though, once Todd Gurley got hurt, they just showed that how dirt Jared Goff became. That's why they wasn't really none. It wasn't really like winning anything after that. They didn't.
What about Matt Stafford after year one? The first year with him wins the whole thing, and the next year, what happened after that? Why Matt Stafford way worse?
He played bad
because they didn't have a run game before he got there. So what happened after?
He played bad and he got hurt.
That was last year.
Yeah,
he got hurt.
And how many games did he play?
Like 6 or 7.
Like 6.
He got hurt middle of the year. And he was trash before.
Yeah, but Jared Goff was trash those last 2 seasons compared to 6 games.
Well, so what are we going to say about Matt Stafford if he's trash this year? Are we going to blame the injury?
I'm telling you this. Sean McVay is on watch. That's it. He's on watch.
Yeah, so is Bill Belichick.
Because he was, I agree with that too. So was Belichick.
That's what I'm saying.
It's always, I'm surprised you didn't know he was the GM because he was always like, let me get rid of a player a year too early versus a year too late. I'm not going to pay my players.
I thought that was always man. Like I didn't know he was the GM.
Well, remember Robert Kraft. It took Robert Kraft having to overstep Bill Belichick to get G out of there. Like it took the owner having to step in.
That's the funny. Yeah, that's actually really funny part because if Robert Kraft doesn't step in and say you're not getting rid of my boy Tom Brady, we would have seen the Jimmy G era and Brady would have been gone years ago, and then we really would have seen if he was a fraud or not. Because the thing was when they brought him to the Patriots, Bill Belichick, that is, I think that was what they had to offer him. They had to offer him all the power to come, or else he wouldn't have come. I think he left from Cleveland, right? Whatever, and that was part of the deal.
Hey, yo, Dub, you can highlight KMC's comment real quick.
Who?
Can you highlight KMC's comment real quick?
This one?
Belichick is on Fraud Watch one?
Yeah, the Belichick one. That sounds just like Greg Popovich.
Belichick on Fraud Watch, but Patriots aren't ever firing him. They'll let him coach for as long as he wants to. He's earned that. But Greg Pop isn't a bad coach.
Yeah. Okay, and then you say Greg Pop is overrated.
Stop.
Let me ask you this.
No, you're trolling right now. You are trolling.
I just want to know super quick before I gotta go. Is Phil Jackson overrated? That's all I want to know.
Overrated? Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's fine. That's fine. We can keep pushing. As long as you say they're both overrated, because I think
they're both. I think it's tough to judge Phil Jackson, who had Jordan, Pippen, Kobe, Shaq, then Kobe and Gasol. Like he had
Yeah, great help.
To work with Popovich. Like, it's so funny. People always want to talk about the San Antonio when you talk about this basketball team, and I know it's not what we're supposed to be talking about, but it's like, well, they always want to bring, oh, they had Tim Duncan and David Robinson and Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili and da-da-da, and they go down the list of players. Well, didn't that help Pop? Didn't that help Pop win?
Yes.
So I'm not saying he's a bad coach. Not at all. I think he's a great coach. I think he's a great basketball mind. I'm just, I am trolling. But at the same time, we never really got to see him with us, mid roster and him over like that team overachieved.
He had LaMarcus Aldridge for a minute. So
they had LaMarcus Aldridge for what, 2 seasons with DeMar DeRozan, or one season?
Or no, it was 2. It was
they were making the playoffs actually with DeMar.
Yeah, with Lamar
and when Kawhi Leonard got hurt, they made the playoffs too. 2018. Without Kawhi Leonard, more pressure to win.
You could ask the question. That's all.
But the thing with Greg Pop and Phil, though, oh man, but it's just a difference, right? I think Phil is a phenomenal, player coach. Phenomenal player coach.
I think he's a great manager of personalities.
Yeah, player coach.
He's a player coach.
Yeah.
No. Because player coach could be just something different. I mean, he manages their personalities. I think is bigger than just.
Dan Campbell is a player's coach. He doesn't strike me as a guy that manages crazy personalities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, because he is the crazy personality. That's why.
Yeah, fair.
More pressure to win. Oh wait, my bad.
We said that already. Yeah.
Yep. A star bench cut. QBs: Chris Leak, Brady Quinn, or Johnny Manziel.
Can I jump off a bridge?
Cut them all.
Can I cut them all?
Send them all to hell.
I'm running the Wildcat with no QB.
I was about to say Percy Harvin.
And Seattle ran the ball in the Super Bowl. Jimmy starts in New England.
Yep. That's exactly what happened.
Shout out to our GOAT members: Comatose, Jeremias, Ervion Plumber, and who's the last one? Where they at? IDWC is new to the crew, so appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I guess that's gonna conclude today's episode of Gridiron. We've actually went over our time limit, but appreciate everybody. Like the video, subscribe. Oh, we did start a little bit later, but appreciate you guys and see y'all next week.
Eventually, we're gonna get a player's card.